29.
28.
27.
26.
25.
24.
23.
22. 21.
20.
19.
18.
17.
16.
15.
14.
13. 12.
11.
10.
8.
6.
6. What happened to 7?
7.
5.
4.
3.
2. 1.
0.
System's not messed up. YouTube just does not want to promote my content anymore. I can tell by the views. 5, 6, 15 views on videos that typically would get 150, 200. There you go. Aiden, I told you guys in the comments. Everybody thinks I'm full of it, but it's not the system. I'm just going to start making content for Rumble and start amping that stuff up. You guys can't hear me, correct? Nobody's like, oh, you shouldn't blame YouTube and your feeds. I don't know who else to blame. It's not just me. So you guys can't hear, right? Both of you? All 2 of you that are here. I'm not going to lie to you. I wouldn't have, if I had known that Tri-State was like, if someone had told me that Tri-State was going to be on with EDCC, I would not have done this live feed at all because they're still live. So what is this? That's getting ready to talk about some stuff. So this is, I have not shot the video. Guys, there is a chance there won't be a video tomorrow. It is so busy here. So Saturday, I didn't shoot anything because I was supposed to have friends come over at noonish. So setting everything up and, you know, us being us and the friends that I have, no one showed up till 2:30-ish. So nothing got filmed. Yesterday, I was cleaning up and doing stuff and nothing got filmed. Today's video that you saw got filmed this morning. Problem is, tomorrow I am on standby. My daughter's new skating boots came and we have to get skates mounted. So there's a chance there might not be a video tomorrow. I'm not in any mood. How far are we into this? 2 minutes and 36 seconds. I am in no mood to tolerate any of your horse shit today, Paulie. None. It has been nuts. It was so busy. I forgot to pick my kid up from school. Like I was here, like she was supposed to get off. She's supposed to get out of school at 4:30. I completely spaced it. Like I was busy doing stuff, trying to get stuff done. And I own a small business. So taxes are a fucking nightmare. So, thank you. I watched the entire trilogy this weekend when I had company over. We were just playing in the background while we were in here talking. So we had a barbecue in the backyard. We played games on the side. I got a cornhole table and we had a fire pit. And then when it got chilly and the fire was out, we came in here and we watched TV. But if we have a video tomorrow, this is what it's going to be. Because today was first day in carry, first day in pockets. Yeah, Paulie, that's why you hang out here. I saw your disgusting hot mess that you put up on Instagram. That's supposed to be something you serve on meat, but I don't. It looked like salsa that had not been finished. It's like you started with to make a salsa and then just didn't add the tomatoes or anything fun and just screw it. I'll put in olive oil. So I do have some good news. Blood work came. There is no signs of me having an infection anymore. My blood count's all back to normal. And then, so I'm not on the restrictive diet. I'm actually having a beverage. I'm having a chelada. I had some this weekend. I didn't even wait for my doctor to tell me everything was good. But I kind of told him, I was like, look, you can shove your diet. I got friends coming over. I'm going to have a couple beers. So, yeah. But this is that Kubi. So what I wanted to talk about, so you guys, since there's like 8 of us here, I don't expect us to have a very large turnout. Like I said, they've got like 60 folks. The same people that will be watching this live feed are watching the one over on the one over at EDCC. And the other thing too is, like I said, you're probably not getting notifications going out because this whole cross-platform stuff, like if I say something on Facebook that YouTube doesn't approve of, they stop recommending my videos. That's why we're not going to have a Discord. We are going to have something that's called a, what do they call it? It's a gilded, it's like a competitor for Discord. I'm going to set that up just so you guys know. I'm going to set that up in the next few days. The first people that are going to get access are the ludicrous speed. Oh, now I got to watch Spaceballs. First people are going to have access to it are going to be the paying members. And I'm going to get that out to them and see how it works. And then I'll roll out for everybody. But the thing is, I would ask that the paying members act as moderators on that. So notifications are all screwy anyway lately. Like I don't want to just get all, let's blame YouTube for everything, but there's a good chance that because I'm seeing Star Wars. I'm seeing that there's a lot of my what do they call it? Impressions have dropped way off, and that's not like that. 100% is YouTube showing my thumbnail to people. That has nothing to do with like how good my thumbnail performed, because then you have click-through ratings. So at any rate, like my impressions, which is people receiving a picture or seeing my thumbnail, is way down. And the only thing that can do that is YouTube just doesn't show it to people. So at any rate, so yeah, I got a chilada and my papa didn't raise no commie. K Mason got one. Okay, cool. Like I said, could be a combination. So Polly's here. What have you been up to, Polly? So back to the topic at hand. We're like 10 minutes in it. We haven't discussed it. I was going to ask you guys, what is your favorite blade shape and why? Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be why. Like I definitely have some favorites. Kurt didn't get a notification. Didn't expect it. There's channels that are in the same situation as mine, where they're pushed way down. There was a live feed that went up. I didn't get notification of the live feed until it was over. Like I got a notification and it was a 3-hour live feed and I didn't even get a notification until after it was over. So 3 hours later, that's when I got it. So that doesn't do you any good if you're wanting to hey, Spitfire's here. How's my favorite jarhead? I'm watching a Polish dude clean a rug in the background back here. Spear point, you like the shape. I just remembered the time and realized, cool. That's about the way to do it, because like I said, right now, 4 p.m., pretty much Monday through Friday, you're going to see a video. I am going to try, and I have a bunch of sharpening here. I'm going to try and do a live sharpening tomorrow. But like I said, the thing is, I still have to film a video for tomorrow and do that sharpening. And there's a good chance that I'm not going to be able to do any of it because we have to take my daughter in. Her brand new skates are here and her boots just showed up from Italy. So we have to get them mounted. So I think we paid like $500 for the skate boots. So Spanto for that reinforced tip. Ethan, out of curiosity, what do you really need that reinforced tip for? Because I definitely put a very, very thin tip on my sea snake and have had zero issues. Oh, I have something to show you guys in a minute. I'm plugged in. I forgot to charge the, I am not plugged in. We may have to, if the audio starts to drop off, let me know as soon as possible. I did not charge the transmitter for my wireless mic. So there's a chance it may die, but I have my battery bank here. So Tantos are great, but hard to keep symmetrical. That's true. So, well, I know there's not an excuse. I'm just telling you, there may not be a fucking video tomorrow. So Sea Snake got name dropped in your newest article. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I have recently, I know a lot of people will agree with me. I not too many moons ago, when this was gifted to me, so just only a couple years ago, that's when this came in, and I started carrying this religiously, like all the time. Still carry it a lot. It's just with review, I don't get to carry my own stuff as often as I would like. But at any rate, when this was gifted to me and I started carrying this, I realized how much I love a warning. And I had already made a couple of the sea snakes, and that's when I was like, you know what, that definitely needs to be a thing. They're so useful for so many things with that really, really straight blade. You can get in and you don't lose any cutting. So with like this knife, when you're cutting, once you reach this point where the point breaks over, you lose that cutting potential. It just kind of slides off. But I do like this. But I think I've come to a point where I believe that this is my favorite blade shape, the Wharncliffe. And it's simply because you can cut with the same amount of potential, cutting force, all the way to the tip without having it lose a little bit. So it stays more, the edge stays in contact with the material. And then I've also really started to enjoy some recurves a lot. So let's see here. Got a buck 119. Yeah, I have a 119 special that was a gift from one of the subscribers, and it's really good. It's more of a Bowie clip point style. I've noticed though that sometimes those, like my big Bowie knife that I have, and some other stuff, that are the larger knives, I find that they're almost too big to do some of the stuff I want. I just wish they were a little short. That kitchen knife, that Bowie Chef that I have, is the 8-inch, 7-inch. I don't remember what it is, but it's a little bit longer. Like I've tried Matt's littler one, and I like it better. And somebody was like, "Well, you need it for like cutting bread and stuff." I was like, I don't need. The only bread we buy is like French bread, Italian bread, the long skinny ones. I don't need a big long blade for that. Aiden, for Pauline, I don't have the bell. I put it back somewhere. I'll go get it. Wait, Juan, I got to go back here behind the control panel. No, I don't. I don't know where it went. I believe it got relocated the other night when everyone was here. I think it got moved. Because the dog was chewing on the stick. So I don't know where the bell is. Ding, 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 ding. Thank you very much, Aiden. I appreciate it. Some warnies, I wish the blade was on the other side. Well, then you'd cut yourself because then you'd be holding it. That's the hand. Oh, I gotcha. This could be no more perfect. Need to get a good bread. That's the other thing I was going to say. Like, if I'm going to cut bread, I have a bread knife. But I got news for you. I'm lazy. I buy sliced bread. It's not 1919 anymore. So, what's everybody carrying? What's in pocket today? Let's do pocket check. So I'm carrying the Kubi KU something in D2. And of course, as always, I've got in the waistband of my track pants my Norseman, which also is a great blade shape for a lot of things. Not for everything. Like pretty much anything I would want to do with a knife is I can do it with that. Lefty XM18. XM18, like 3-inch. I know there's a, sorry, I'm moving stuff around. I've got so many knives out here. Sencut something, don't know. Sencut, I like some of the Sencut knives. The Old Faithful PM2. Oh, you're carrying a Farron Forge Mordax. My Mordax is right here. I have my knife case next to me. I got my Mordax right here. I haven't carried this in a while. I should get this out and carry it and then do a revisiting video because this is God, this thing is stupid. KU223. I don't know if it's a KU223. The label is up there. I pulled that out literally 3 hours ago to put in my pocket so that I could do a first day carry for that. Don't know why I was getting ready to show you this. Let me see. Aiden asked something, or not Aiden. Would you call the Insigno blade sheep's foot? Yeah, it's kind of a mix between. I guess it would be kind of a. It's almost like that. It's almost like that one that I sent to. It's almost like that Olamic that I sent to Cole. They called that a sheep's cliff. It's a little longer and skinnier. It is a little bit pointier, but it still has the belly like more like a sheep's foot. Have I seen? What was this? Have you looked at something obscene company knives? I've actually had a couple in for sharpening that I did, and they really, really were great. Oh, hang on a second, guys. I got to do something. Hold that thought, Sinister. I forgot to do something here. I've got to take care of this while we're in the middle of it. Content. Live. I need to set this up here. I forgot to change one of the settings here. There we go. That's good. So just so you guys know, like if you are debating and are curious whether I put up a video, if you didn't get a notification, I probably put the one's Cole made. Cole, no, Tri-State EC. Cole has one of my knives that is an Olamic that he's got that is a sheep's cliff. Sorry I missed you on Friday. I didn't think about the scheduling conflict. I agreed to do the Mateo chat. Oh, that's fine. It doesn't matter, bro. It's fine. I didn't really, like I said, if I had known that Cole was going to be over on Everyday City Carry doing that challenge, I would have went over there. I would have watched. I really would have watched. I didn't even realize it until I turned the PlayStation on to have something playing in the background in case I wanted to. I was trying to watch a live feed from the capital of Ukraine, but they just didn't have one. So I put it on for in the background, but that's when I saw it. It was, I got a notification. I was like, oh crap. So not a case, not a buck, a case mini Stockman. Mini Stockman's nice. Oh, Shane's here. Shane, I don't know if he's still here, but Polly's here. So, oh wow, yeah. See, I'm not gonna do any more of the spicy stuff, mainly because I'm not supposed to. Today was the first day I was allowed to basically eat pretty much anything I wanted because the blood work came back and the doctor's, yep, the infection's pretty much gone. Cool. I made air fryer hot wings. I made buffalo wings in the air fryer. So, but no, so we were talking about blade shapes. Yeah, getting that. So when I did the review of that, the Finch Holiday that went up today, that reminded me, I was like, man, I really do like a good Warncliffe. I hadn't carried it for a day or two because I had done the review and I was just going to finish up and I knew what I wanted to say. I just got the specs and everything. $129 too for that. And if you guys didn't watch the video, that thing has a glow in the dark logo in the middle of the handle. And I was like, okay, that's really cool. And I didn't realize it. Apparently somebody was like, how did you not know that? Like other people have reviewed it. And I was like, I don't watch other people's reviews on knives that I know I'm going to do because I'm going to find out stuff about it I might not want. And so I had turned the lights off out here and all I had one was the studio lights because I wasn't ready to turn all the lights on. And I kicked the cord for the studio lights and the studio light went off and I looked down and I could see that the logo was glowing on that Finch knife. And I was like, okay, that's cool. So what sauce you had with those wings? I had Capital City Mambo sauce on them. I like that sweet and spicy sauce that goes on them. I have a whole thing of buffalo sauce that I didn't make buffalo wings. I call them buffalo wings, but I didn't. Yeah, but 4-inch sacks. Your sack is only like that area, only 4. I'm so sad for you. Dave, who'd you sell that to, Aiden? So I had Aiden's XM24, and I know that, a Sayax. Okay. I know that you were trying to sell it, but who did you wind up selling it to? You're actually working on a 4-inch Sayax design. Nice. Sadu Dave. Guys, I had Nico and Matt and David, or obviously Brian with a Y, and Nico's wife. They came over, and Tino brought his Blackstone flat top grill, and we did tacos on the grill, and we just hung out in the yard. We played with the dogs, watched TV in here, hung out around a fire pit on the side yard playing cornhole. It's just a good time. We hung out from like 2 o'clock in the morning till like, I think everybody left at like midnight. Well, Tino left a little early. And we hung out here in the garage we watched Star Wars, it was on just as background noise when we were all being here, because this was like the hub. We'd hang out here in the garage, and we'd go to the backyard, go to the side yard. The dogs were playing and stuff. And so we had the original trilogy, the original Star Wars trilogy playing in here on Disney Plus. And then once it got chilly outside, like 7 or 8 o'clock at night, and the fire had burned down, I didn't want to keep putting wood on it. It just didn't make any sense. We closed the garage door, came in here, and we all hung out here in the garage, put all the folding chairs and stuff in here. And we watched the first few episodes of that new show, Reacher. So if Marky shows up, I watched the entire series Reacher by myself. Then I watched like 3 episodes with him, and then I watched 4 episodes again with everybody here. It was great. Who, what? That looked like a good time. Looked like a great time. We did. We had a blast. We had a real good time. And the dog got to make a new friend because one of the neighbor's dogs has the dog with the long nose, like the Spuds McKenzie dog, super sweet dog. And it got loose, and it came up, and it was playing with my dog and Tino's dog, and we helped him get in, and like they were trying to get the dog chased down because it was just running loose. And she's like, "We got to get this dog. Can you help us?" And Tino picked it because like I'm still like, until the doctor gave me clearance, I wasn't supposed to lift anything because you didn't want to injure my gut or anything. And so Tino picked this dog up, it's such a sweet dog though. Bull Terrier, yeah. Did I catch any Easter eggs? I wasn't watching for them. I was just watching the fight scenes and waiting for that blonde female deputy sheriff to take her clothes off. And that was the high point of my evening. I'm like, it's coming. Here you go. Yeah, it's great. I watched it when I was sick. That was a great show. So, but I'm sure that I didn't get everyone's pocket check. Not everybody answered up as to what they're currently carrying. I already told you what I got. I'm about to swap some stuff out. So Shane says, what Easter eggs? Yeah, what Easter eggs? Kaiser Critical Mini, White Mountain exclusive with a thumb hole. Interface and a gunner. Let's see. Who else? Until just a little bit ago, I had that holiday in my pocket. I swapped it out for this Kubi. You know what? I'm digging these Kubi knives. I'm not gonna lie to you. So the Kubi knives, the first few I saw, they just were, I'm not gonna lie. And I hate to say, I don't like some of the old Kubis. The action wasn't good. The blades weren't great. They weren't sharp. They were really gas station looking. And now this is like the third one I've gotten in from Jared. One of them didn't get a review because I forgot. Like it went back in the box. I was like, crap, I never did a review of that one. This one is really, really broad and everything, but it is super comfortable because it's so broad. I got big hands, so that's really comfortable. I think that some of the problems I have with some knives in this will be gotten rid of. Nice broad blade. It's got a cool look to it. Pardon me, I have hiccups. So, been a minute. What'd you miss? I don't know, but you got to tell me why you got to text me and tell me why you're not on social media anymore. This is social media, right? You said you were going to take a break, a long break from social media. This is social media. Marines, they're just not that bright. Last carrier is a QSP Penguin in green micarta, Rough Rider Hawkbill, smooth, black smooth bone, Civivi Shredder, all black. Yeah, we sat and we were trying to figure out what knife it was. We did actually do that. We kept going through it. I was like, okay, it's either a button lock, because I saw the way he was opening it. I was like, either that's a button lock, and then Tino's like, or a Benchmade. Or was it Tino? I think Tino had already left. I don't remember, but like I think Tino already went because he had to go spend time with his wife. He just got married. So like the amount of time he spends with his wife is a lot more than the amount of time my wife would be perfectly fine if like I just had my bathroom out here and my own little kitchen and just never came in a house. I'm pretty sure she'd be fine with it. Like if I slept out here. I slept out here for pretty much till like 3 a.m. Saturday, till 3 a.m. Sunday morning. I may have overserved myself a little bit for my first beverage drinking. Native Wildman CRKT M16. That's the first flipper knife I ever had. I had the M16T. Kit Carson design. It was the first flipper knife I ever had. It was the small titanium one with the drop point blade. And it was the V grind, not the chisel grind. Great, great, great little knife. I actually sold that. I cleaned it up, cleaned the blade, put new washers in it. I cleaned it up and I sold it to a dude after I heat colored the titanium. K-Bar Hunter 4-inch and a Case Mini Stockman. Nice. Aiden, what's up? Oh, and this is a gray area for social media. Okay. Yeah, I actually, so Tino has one of these hammock chairs that's like the ones you would see, like the old ones that you used to see that was like the macrame thing with the wood beads, and it hung on like your grandmother's best, like you'd go over to your grandmother's best friend's house, like, and it was a throwback to the 70s, and you'd sit in that like that knit hammock chair and fall asleep and it just sit there and swing. Tino has one of the same things, and it's a camp chair. And I'm not going to joke, I fell asleep in that thing and it was great. Me too, Mike. Then leak. My dad had a leak and I was going to get it, but my mom kept it. So it was a lot of fun. The leaks were cool. I don't know what this is, but you guys can look that. I can't click on that. But yeah, at any rate, we sat out here and we were talking about it and we we're looking at it, and we actually saw it when he flipped it open, and I saw the curved handles and I saw the axis lock, and I was like, yeah, that's a grip Tillian. That's a mini grip or a grip Tillian, one of the two. What is this? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. So that chair has like a seam at the very front, and I was kind of sitting in that, and I was, because if you get too far back, then your head's too far up to sit on the pillow, and I was watching a movie out here. And so I slid down, and so that seam was on the back of my legs. I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it felt like I had been sitting on a toilet too. All I could think of was that scene from Lethal Weapon 2, where Danny Glover's on the toilet and his legs go to sleep. That was me. Like I got up and I'm like, oh God. And I had to lay down on the rug out here and straighten my legs out. And then once the feeling came back, it just felt like somebody hit my legs with a blowtorch. Don't get all the price differences on those CRKT M16s. A lot of it has to do with blade shape. Well, let's look them up. Here, hang on a second. Let's look up the CRKT. Guys, I got a nose hair that's too long and it's hitting my mustache. It's driving me nuts. I apologize if I keep rubbing my nose. CRKT M16. 116 knives from CRKT. So let me pull this. Yeah, men like you don't die on toilets. I wasn't gonna die on a toilet. I like my legs went to sleep, and I'm like, I can't walk. Like they were completely dead. Like they were dead. Because like I said, I got myself a little bit. Yeah, go ahead, Fat Tuesday. Get ready for Mardi Gras. So, so let me share this, and we'll scroll through it. Share this. Share a screen. Oh, you can share an extra camera too. Chrome tab, M16 knives. So let's look at it and see. So some of them, so these are the Kit Carson designs. Mine was this knife right here. This is exactly what my knife looked like. They don't call it the M16T. I doubt if it's even titanium anymore. So this was the knife I had. My buddy had one of these. This is the same knife basically, but this is the one I had. $52, stainless steel handles. Mine was titanium. Mine were titanium handles. Let's see if they still even sell that model. So like I'm seeing a bunch of different prices. I'd imagine it's handle material, blade type, blade material. There's a lot of these. Load more knives. There's more. How many M16s do they have? How many M16s do they have? Hey, I thought are you done with the spicy thing on EDCC? Bud? I thought that if I had known you guys were doing that, I wouldn't have done this one. So yeah, there's a lot of these, and so I don't know. Like this one, I don't see why this one and this one would be a different price. They're not. It's good call, Mike. That's the good reason why they shouldn't be, because they're the same. But like this, automated, Carson flipper opening, glass reinforced nylon handles. These are the same knife. Unless one's bigger than the other. The only thing I can think is that just CRKT knows that they can sell them at different prices. They're probably all the same fucking knife, and they're just selling them all different. So there's a lot of them. But like I said, I had an M16, and I really, really loved it. Let's see if I called Cole today. He didn't answer. I got his voicemail, but his voicemail was full. Hey, Cole, by the way, your voicemail inbox is full. You know what? I'll look into it. Somebody was asking like why the different prices. I'll look into it. That's a question you can ask later, and I'll look. Mike, let's make a game knife set. I mean, we're gonna have chess pieces as handles, or like what? I don't know. Yes, your voicemail is full. So, do you want me to send you a link there, Cole? Or hey, actually, you know what? Let's do it Wednesday. Cole, you want to come on Wednesday? I think that would work better. Well, no, that's why I wanted to make sure you knew your voicemail box was full, because that's like your business. So it's his regular voice, and it always throws me for a loop when it answers, because it's like, oh, you've reached Cole Crumer, and I'm like, I forgot. It's Cole Coomer, by the way. I keep pronouncing it wrong. Game processing knives. So you need wire cutters and stuff, because I don't know what kind of processing power those would have. You know, I'd have to look at how much RAM and everything my PS4 has. Okay. Well, like I said, if you want, we can do it Wednesday because I might have a guest here. Well, anyway, I'll send it to you. You can come on Wednesday too. There's nothing that says, oh, okay. Yeah. So it's better. I'm sending you a link right now. Allow me to invite Mr. Tri-State. Bring your wife in. That way it's like a shared thing. It's like an enjoyable thing. Plus, I like your wife. She's hilarious. I'm inviting you, Mr. Coomer. Call Coomer. There you go. I sent you a link. That should be fun. Damn it, Mike. What? I mean, you keep asking these questions. Man, I don't think my wife knows what the bedroom like. My wife doesn't go to bed before like 11 or 12 o'clock in the morning. She goes at 11 o'clock at night, midnight, and then she's up the next morning to take the kids skating. I do the same thing. I was out here the other night till 2 in the morning. I was back up at 6. Viking meant wild game processing kit. I know what he meant. We've talked about it before. Hell, dude, I haven't finished filming the video so that I can sell ad space on the videos to the guys from EZV. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I don't do archery anymore, but I have probably the best idea I've seen in archery in a long time here at the house. David there at Hiking with Viking was ever so kind to get this set up. I have what's called the EZV archery site. And the cool thing about it is if any of you have ever done archery, setting up your pin sights is a pain. It really is, because you got to range it and stuff like that. And then the bad thing is, if you don't have them shrouded or if you don't have them inside a ring, I had an old plate. Mine was just a plate that was on the side, and the sights were different heights and different distances on this plate. And if you put your bow down wrong or bumped it into something, you're like, great, I'm not going to hit the side of a barn. But even the ones that are like the ring and they have the pins in them and it's staggered a little bit differently, even those, you still have got to, yeah. That's exactly who it is, Aiden. But I mean, like, even if you've got the ring, the newer style, which is the posts inside a ring, you can still screw those up, and you have to range it, and you got to do all this stuff. And so what they did was they took the math out of it. All you have to know is the speed, the feet per second that your bow shoots, and it's just a V. And it's, if any of you guys have ever seen is it the tow missile? I know that the Mark 19 grenade launcher had it, had one like that, but was it the tow missile, or was it a different missile that had that same style? At any rate, so what it is, it's 2 concentric arcs and it has different lines. And what you do is you basically line up the vital part of your target. You just line up the vital part of your target in between these 2 little dots that go down. And it takes the ranging out. All you have to know is the feet per second, because there's different inserts. I am going to do a video about it. And I also have something else cool that's coming. Tech Hoss reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to review AT4. That's what it was, the AT4 rockets, or AT4 missile launcher. So Tech Hoss reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to review one of their power banks. So it's an 80,000 milliamp, 300 watt power bank that you can power TVs and stuff off of out in the field if you want. And what my plan is, I'm going to run everything in the garage off of it, to do, everything I want to see how long it lasts. 80,000 milliamps. Just so you guys know, this is a 15,000 milliamp, and I've run lights off of it. I've run all kinds of stuff off of it. This thing is great. But I mean, I can charge my phone like 4 or 5 times with it. this thing, you can literally run power tools off of it. So it's going to be cool. We're going to take it. I'm going to have to go out. I'm going to take it out to the camp. I'm going to go camping with my buddy Tino. I'm going to take lights. I'm going to take a bunch of stuff. I'm going to take an electric coffee pot. We're going to run as much stuff in the campsite as we can and see how well it works and how long it holds a charge. So let me pull that up. I'll show you what that's a Tech Hoss. Oh, not yet. PE. Pull this up and I'll show you which one we're talking about here. So they sent me this for free. I believe it is waterproof, but you got to be careful because it has a fan built into it. To answer your question. But so this is, let me go back here. That's not the one. This is what I want to share. Stop sharing. Share screen. What's this? Oh, it's okay. It's not a rush, bro. I'll be here for at least a couple hours. I might go a little longer because I did a couple short ones, and now that I'm feeling better, I may just no, Viking didn't come up with it, but he knows the guy that did. And it's not a new, I'll grab it in a second. I just want to get this shown to you guys. It's not a new thing. We've used it for other, yeah, I'm gonna pull this up right now. So this is what they sent me. Chrome tab. This is what they sent me. It'll be here next week. So you guys can see. So it's got so many different things, and it actually will tell you how much is in, how much is out. You've got those. There's actual outlets on the other side of it. You can see there's, wait, hang on a second. Let's see. You can actually carry it over your shoulder. It has an actual outlet for, like, you can't see it. They're not showing it. But on one side, you have all these little, on one side, you have all the little small things that you would typically like see, USB power outlets and stuff like that. But on the other side of this, there is actually a, you can plug an extension cord into it and regular things. So this thing is supposed to, what is this? It probably is, but I mean, like, I don't care. Like, it's going to be something that's cool because I am going to go on a camping trip. But the thing is, like, it up to 300 watts. So it has a 300 watt capacity max. So that means that, like, if it spikes more than 3, like if you're running like a circular saw, when you first kick it on, it's going to trip it off. So it's, need it in the truck. Well, I'll tell you what, they're not expensive. If I can get an affiliate link, I'll see if I can get a discount code for the channel. I'm going to talk to them. But I mean, they're sending me like a $200. Plus they're sending me like some, I think they're sending me some accessories to go with it. So that will be here tomorrow, I believe. I believe that gets here tomorrow. Yes, exactly. So was this, I've seen those little diesel heaters people are using. Yes, I have seen those. Could it run a little TV? I watched a guy run, he was testing it. I was just curious what other people thought of it. So since it's not a right knife review and I'm not running into it blind, I just wanted to see what other people were getting when they got it and how they liked it. And I watched one dude charge his daughter's tablet, his son's tablet, and run the TV in his garage for like an hour. And it still was like nothing. So my wife's upset with my daughter. There's about to be an argument. I'm gonna be able to hear it in a minute. What, the little portable diesel heaters? Yeah, the diesel, were they diesel? Those were the ones. So David, those ones that we had downrange, those you could run diesel. You could run diesel or kerosene, right? There was just, you had to change the Like there was a switch to change the amount of heat that the element would heat up to start it. Weren't they kerosene or diesel? I can't remember. I thought they were. I don't know. What's a king cake? Yeah, what's a king cake? I'm curious now what a king cake is. Is Polly still here? Did I piss Polly off with my I'm not gonna feature any of his horse shit tonight because I'm having a fucking bad bro owning a business. I'm so screwed on taxes this year. Would come in handy for Yeah, that's exactly that's what I thought. You could run them on kerosene. Here's the thing. I'm afraid to look it up. I'm afraid to look. Half the time you guys put stuff in here, I'm afraid to look it up. I think, well, I know the ones David is talking about, there was like a switch or you had to change something out. There was something you had to change, and I can't remember what it was. It was not a big deal to change them. So, so there's some more people what knife are you carrying right now, David? Because I know it's probably not that custom sea snake I made for you with the dinged up tip because you dropped it and bent it and broke it and effed it all up. No balls. I gotta stop this. I'm gonna be distracted. We had one in where we would always process deer during deer season. We had one that looked like a freaking jet engine, and it was on wheels. No, we were talking about heaters. The limited edition sea snake, to be exact. Oh, that's right. You did buy one of the expensive ones. You bought two expensive ones because the custom one was not cheap. Wagstaff, we got off on a tangent. We were talking about camping and hunting gear. Oh, that's right. I was going to grab that site. Let me grab that site and show it to you guys because I am going to fill an advertisement for it because they were so kind to do it. And my plan is I'm going to basically sell them ad space on my videos. And so I'll pre-record a video and I'll just like a 30-second ad and I will. No, it was funny. I got it. So this is what it looks like. Oh, that's not gonna work, is it? I forgot it's green. Do I have any customized sea snakes? No, I don't have any. I literally only own 2 sea snakes. All right, guys, hang on a second. I'm gonna turn this. Let me turn this virtual background off. So this is what it looks like. So as you can see, that V has these little black dots on it. And those little black dots are where you just line the vital part of your thing up in. And so that is based on the speed of your bow. And so in here with it, instead of having to buy a bunch of stuff, these are all marked with the feet per second of the bow. So this one is, I know it's marked with the feet per second of the bow. 220 feet per, did it freeze? Damn it. Hang on, can you still hear me? Does that work? Can you see me now? Am I back? Can you see me now? Am I moving? Yeah, I'm back now. Okay, cool. There we go. So, but can you see me? Somebody please answer. Still froze. God damn it. Hang on. How about now? Am I back now? Shit. Am I back? 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 Can you see this? Damn it. I guess if you start with it, so at any rate, there's your V. So at any rate, these things are marked. These things are marked with the feet per second. These things are marked with the feet per second. They are invisible. This is height. This is great. And so these things are marked with the feet per second. There's individual, like, so this one, and then there's this one, and then there's this one. And then if you put them all on your face, stealth sights. Well, that's annoying. At any rate, it's a great site. I'm going to do a video about it. Some predator tech there. Somebody said that. Yeah, there you go. Looks like predator technology. Yeah, you never know what you're going to get. Tut, tut. It looks like rain. What's up, vocal guy? I broke the interwebs. Man, I don't know. Apparently when you start with green screen, you have to keep with the green screen. I think Cole had that problem the other day. I was watching a live feed he was doing with somebody. He had somebody live on, was he with NAF Sergeant? I don't remember who he was with. But he had the same issue. Put it in reverse, Terry. Back up. So I guarantee not everybody told me what they're carrying. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you guys. I may actually sell some knives. All right, David, I will talk to you later, brother. You got to let me know what's going on in the world. I'll get in touch with you about. It's called the Easy V, and I'm an idiot. I could have easy done easy V, easy peasy. Easy V archery site. I'm gonna bring it up. There is. It's simple. It's just easy, EZV, all three letters, archery site. But I'm gonna share a screen. So share a screen. I don't know why I decided I had to get the. That was such a dummy. You guys see that? So this is what the sites look like. And it comes with a bunch of stuff, and basically it takes the guesswork out of it, because you have all these different inserts, and all you have to do is go get your you just go get your bow chronoed. And the second you get it chronographed, you know how many feet per second it's shooting. And once you know the feet per second, that thing's already pre-ranged. All you have to know is the feet per second. You don't have to adjust your pins. You don't have to move anything. You don't have to color coordinate. This pin is for this distance. This pin is for this distance. This pin is for this distance. It's done. All you need to know is one thing. And if you can't find some place to chrono your bow, I guarantee that you can find out from the manufacturer what it's shooting. The only difference is different bows. A bow is going to shoot at a different feet per second depending on the weight of the arrow. So I was really big in archery growing up. We were poor. I did a lot of hunting. I did a lot of bow hunting, and I did bow hunting without sights. I've done bow hunting with the pin sights. It's just, I never liked the pin sights. Just like I never liked the Whisker Biscuit arrow rest. I preferred a bench rest, like something that stuck out, like a little wire rest, arrow rest. And hey,
Hola, what's up, man?
Nothing
How you
much.
doing?
How you been?
I'm
How
all
you
right.
doing?
I'm all spiced up. My
You're all
guts
spiced
are
up?
all boiling and churning and
I put a little bit of habanero pepper sauce in my chilada.
a little stank. You put a little stank in
Yeah,
there.
it's good. I mean,
Nice.
I got clearance from the doctor. I'm actually my blood count, my white blood cell count is down. Like she's like, you obviously have no infection anymore. So
You're clear.
like, just be careful. You know, like eating stuff that has a lot of seeds and stuff like that. It's going to cause more irritation. You could get an infection. But she's like, you're good right now.
Seeds?
Yeah, diverticulitis, like it because it's an inflammation in
like-
those little
it's like-
folds in your intestine.
It's like sandpaper.
Yeah, it gets down in there. And she was like, not so much like tomatoes and stuff like that, because most of the things that you're going to get, like canned tomatoes, they're pretty much seeded already. But like strawberries, blackberries, things like that. Things I really love. I'm just
I see.
got to be careful.
That's tough.
Not
hard.
appendix.
It's hard out
Diverticulitis.
here for a pimp. You know?
Yeah. So I was talking with somebody and they follow both our channels, and he was like, bro, like seriously, it was like, he's like, you need to trim that mustache. It's like, you have outstash, tri-stash. I'm like,
Just shave the beard.
right? And then I have the big Sam Elliott, because my shit is like, my shit's real thick all the way down here.
Do
At one point, I had it go all the way down, and it just was like, it was like this long on the ends. So my mustache just came down. It was just like two big long things,
Just,
and I put
just
beads
braid
in
it and put lanyard beads. I was literally
did.
about to say put lanyard
I
beads.
honestly did. Had beads in it. And people looked at me like,
Disgusting.
I would go into meetings and shit, because I worked for the government. I would go into meetings and shit, and people were like, what the fuck is he doing here? It's like, oh, that's our security specialist.
Oh, God help us. We're going to die.
Well, because it like I said, I did counter surveillance, so I had to change my appearance often enough. And it just, all I did was I had grown my mustache and beard real thick and long, and I just cut everything down the middle and everything on the sides and just left the mustache kind of
Beautiful.
clear down. And it was like,
Beautiful.
there was like 3.5 inches of mustache hanging off the bottom of my chin.
Yikes.
Yeah,
Yikes.
it was
Terrifying image.
Yeah.
Speaking of lanyard beads, dude, I'm so close to cutting this goddamn thing off. It drives me up the wall.
Go ahead. Just make sure I get it back. You can cut that off. Bro,
Only because I'm like flipping it around and it blasts me in the knuckles and shit. Yeah.
The only reason that's on
I
there
love
is
this
because it's
thing.
really cool. If you want to take if you want to take it off, just cut it off. Just make sure the bead comes home. I don't care. I'll just, it's not like that's a real fancy lanyard. I just did a couple half hitches and tied that thing in.
But it matches so well. You know what I mean?
Kind of does.
It's the perfect bead for the knife. It really is. Like if Darth Vader carried a pocket knife, this would be it. You know what I mean?
Right? Right. And you know, did you get the message I sent you? Like, I did all the red ceramic on that. That knife did not come like that. I modified that. All of that red, I did that.
On the blade?
Yeah.
But it doesn't even look like a ceramic coat.
It is a ceramic coat. It's an actual true ceramic. It's a liquid ceramic that's electrically applied. Then you let it dry real good and you bake it in the oven, and it cures as an actual ceramic. It's not Cerakote, because Cerakote's not a true ceramic.
Right.
That's more. That's
Cerakote's a
ceramic.
brand name at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's more akin to almost
Like
like
titanium. Like a titanium coating is what it looks like. It reminds me of the coating on the Smock M4.
Yeah, kind of. But truly what it's closer to is like enamel, but that's done as a ceramic, not a glass.
Oh, it's beautiful.
No, it's great. It's great. And it actually, it removes some of the drag. Like it's more frictionless than the actual steel itself.
Right. I mean, because you ceramic coat a car, I do detailing. I do professional detailing as well.
Yeah.
You get that kind of slick feeling, and it is really slick. It's kind of funny. You
It's
rub
not
the
a
back of your finger on
DLC. DLC is applied in a vacuum with a specific
in outer space.
And yeah, that was just it's more like electroplate, and then you just cure it in the oven.
I can't believe as old as this knife is, how good the action is. It doesn't make sense. Knives weren't this good in 2015. Do you know what I mean?
I'll tell you what, that one, I had the whale shark and that one, and the whale shark and that one were so similar that I couldn't justify keeping both of them.
Yeah, and you told me you sold the whale shark. Yeah.
And so I sold the whale shark, and like, I'm glad I sold the whale shark, because the whale shark's still like $250. Some of those go for $600-700.
Yeah, Sinister says, do it again. Get that setup going. Get your...
It's so expensive. The shit.
It
Okay,
is.
like the boys at Fair and Forge were doing a lot of knives. They do a run of 200 knives, and almost every one of them got some kind of ceramic added to it. The liquid is $60 a bottle, and then $400 to $600 for a power supply, and then I got to have a place to cure it and all that stuff. It's just one. It makes a hell of a mess. It gets on everything. It gets on. I couldn't do it here. Like I would wind up having to. I would lose.
You'd
my
have to have like a. You'd have to. You'd have to have like a vacuum tight box, like an airtight area to do it.
It's actually you don't have to be like it doesn't. It's not like dirt and stuff is like if dust and stuff's in the air really is going to affect it too much.
No, I'm saying to keep it from getting on everything else.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Because like you take it out and then you blow it off and stuff, and you're slinging some of it.
Yeah.
You're rinsing. I have to have a water supply out here to rinse it off, so I'd have to take it in the house and hose it off in the house. It's just not gonna work.
I'm trying to calm my stomach down with some Zesta crackers. You know what I mean?
Well, it's just I'm playing like.
Look what I got.
Like, I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
What's that one?
It's the Chavez Warney, dude.
Is it a flipper or is it just a thumb stud only?
Well, I put these on there. These are those bolt-on flip thumb studs. It's just a flipper only.
Okay, I love Ramon. I hate his flipper tabs. I
Really?
hate it. Yep. Despise his flipper tabs. It's horrible.
What's wrong with that?
It doesn't
works
have
fine.
any character. It just comes straight out.
That's fine. It works.
Well, I didn't say it doesn't work. I'm just saying I don't like his flipper tabs. I feel
I gotta
that
tell
they
you,
detract from the.
it works great with thumb studs though.
Oh yeah, I guarantee. You know
I gotta
how
tell you,
you know how I knew
the
it would?
old clip. This is a 4-year-old knife, right? Yeah, I know. I have my Liberation. This is the old clip.
Yeah.
With the pointy. I'm so glad they changed this, because on this one it's like pointy. This right here.
Yeah.
And when you're holding it, when you go to flip it, your finger is landing right on that point, and it is like legitimately like bruising the tip of my finger.
Huh.
It's just like stabbing my finger every time I go to flip it.
Because this is their dense. This is the
This is a small
Ultramarch
knife. This is a
3.
really small knife.
This is not.
Yeah.
I know they
it's-
look probably. Everybody's like, oh, those must be about the same size. This is not a real small knife. Actually, this is smaller than the 228.
I'm trying to
but
find
it's
something.
not.
Here's something that you would recognize, right?
Oh, okay, yeah, that's small.
It's very small.
This is about the same size as the Archie, maybe a little bit bigger.
Because the Archie's not a huge knife,
No, it's not.
but
You know what I got to send you? You know what I got to send you next time? You got to promise to be real careful with it.
what? What is that? You just sent me shit I've never heard of before.
This is the Fair and Forge Fortis, but this is one of 20 that had this really unique blade finish.
Am I allowed to cut paper with it?
Yeah, I've cut paper with it. Just
Okay.
don't scratch it because I can't duplicate the finish.
Yeah, gotcha.
But
Duly noted.
I did ceramic on this one too. The logo and then the low spots on the fluted handles. There's a guy that's trying to sell one of these for like $3,500, and I went on his thing and I was like, "Bro, you are out of your mind." There's
Is that
one
what is that?
has,
three times the price that it should be?
there's one of these. There's one of these rolling around somewhere that has zirconium scales, and it's not $3,000.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ!
Elliot used to do it up right every once in a while. He'd do a couple like of every run that were just like real special. And then
Crazy.
he'd use those to leverage business deals and things like that. He'd just make a couple special, and he wouldn't sell them. He'd just like put all that work into it and just give them away. Like he'd give one to the guy that owned this really expensive brewery. Like some of their beers were like $80, $90 a bottle, and Elliot would come back with like cases of their beer, and I was like,
Fair
I know how
trade.
much this should cost, man. That's
Fair
like
trade.
a $200 case of beer right there. And he goes,
Fair
oh yeah.
trade. That's
It's like-
that's some Ohio bartering right there, dude. I'll pay you with a case of beer.
Bro, I still fall for that.
I mean, it's hard not to. It's hard not to, man.
I quit drinking for a while and I'd still fall for that. Like people would be like, I'll pay you with a bottle
I'll
of
stock
Jameson's.
up.
I'm like,
I'll stock
okay.
up. you
And
know.
I put it on a shelf and then wouldn't drink for like 3-4 months. And I'd be like, oh yeah, I got that bottle of Jameson's.
That's always a nice surprise. You know what I mean?
That's like when you go out drinking and you put a pair of pants on and you go out drinking and you're only out for a few hours and you know they're not dirty. You're going to wear them to do something else. And you hang them up and then you go to pull them back out like a month or two later and you find a $100 bill in the pocket. You're like, magic pants.
These are my magic pants.
Bobby D and I were talking about that. Like the magic pants, the phenomenon.
See, for me, it's coats, it's jackets.
Yeah, jackets too. You know what I found in a jacket when I was taking my wife's car to the garage Saturday morning? I found a doggy poop bag that it wasn't a used one, but you know the doggy bags that you pick up like dog shit with. I don't know if you know this. If you leave one in your jacket pocket for like a year, they degrade. They're meant to biodegrade.
Biodegradable, yeah.
I reached in and I had the nastiest confetti in the world all over my hand. I'm like, what the fuck is all this? And then I pulled. There was a little piece of it left. I'm like, goddamn dog bag. It won't come off your hands. Like I literally was.
It's just like oozes into your flesh.
I was trying to use like a wet wipes or a baby wipe, and I'm like, that won't come off. I'm like out in the parking lot outside of the garage, like scraping it off my hand with a pocket knife and wiping it on my jeans. I'm like, this is fucking horrible.
Oh, dude. Anything like that. Actual confetti, glitter, anything like that. Honestly, like powdered metal shavings, it's infused into your flesh as soon as it touches you.
You know what's even worse than any of those things you just mentioned?
Mincher?
I made G10 scales for
plastics, nylons. Yeah, forget it.
So G10, that epoxy with
you just have like powdered sugar
epoxy with fiberglass in it, and you're grinding it. So it doesn't like you're wearing a respirator.
It's needles, dude.
Well, no, it's not that. It's just that fine powder, and it gets all. Well, yeah, you do get itchy, but it's this. It gets into everything. Like you take your respirator off, and even though you're wearing a full face respirator, I'll blow my nose, and there's still like black dust, a little bit coming out. And then you look down, and it's just everywhere. It's on your clothes, and it stinks. And you don't smell it when you're wearing a full face respirator. You take that stuff off. You take your respirator off, and you're like, "Oh God, that stinks!" Like even in the closed-in room where there's a recirc, a HEPA filter and shit, recircing it, it stinks. And then you're like, "That's what I smell like." And so you wash off as much as you can, and I take off the clothes I wore to the shop, and I put them back, and I come home,
when that plastic gets hot, it smells so fucking bad.
Well, you take a shower, and you think you got it out, and then you get out of the shower, and then the next time, like you drink a glass of water, and you spill some water in your beard, you're like, smell it again, and like, that's my beard.
Dude, I hated jobs at the machine shop when we were machining plastics, any kind of nylons, plastics on a high-speed mill. No matter how much coolant you put on it, dude, it gets hot enough, and it just smells awful. That's
horrible.
Ugh.
It's horrible.
I also got this little guy. I don't know if you ever got one of the Decas, the Hogue Decas.
I have not gotten to. I need to reach out to Hogue and talk to him about getting some stuff. Just see if they can loan me some stuff. So I don't know. Like
I like it a hell of a lot better than a Benchmade bug out. I'll tell you that. Same general idea, super lightweight, but
yeah, I saw him at Blade Show West. I talked with the guys from Hogue. I saw the Deca, and I saw a couple of others, and I was like, yeah,
they're really well made.
Yeah, they're great.
20 CV is really great. Takes a stupid edge.
They're all the Hogue knives I've seen have been great. I'm gonna reach out to them and see. One, I want to get them on the podcast, and two, I want to see if they'll send me some stuff on loan. I don't want to get anything for free. Like that almost compromises you. Like I get stuff for free from Artisan, but you know, it's still going to give you, people get that like, oh, well, he got it for free. So of course it's getting a good review. I don't want anybody to think. I talked about that in the video that went up on Friday, which was that bad review I gave to that Shield & Knives Tranchodon.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that brand.
And so, I mean, it's a great looking knife, but I'm like at that price point now. But I didn't get it from them. And even if I get something, like I've told Russell, I was like, you send me a knife, Russell, as much as I love you guys and you guys pay me and I'm basically one of your designers. If you send me a garbage knife, it's going to get a bad review.
I'm going to roast it. I'm sorry.
I'm going to roast it. Like the first, like a design I don't like, not so much. Okay, yeah, I don't like this design. Like,
but it's well made. It's well, yeah, sure.
Yeah, as long as it's still well made. You send me one that's all jacked up, and I'm gonna call you out.
Yeah, I got this Deca for $80, dude. It's a steal. The old Gen, this is an old Gen 1.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of. I don't like the pocket clips.
Well, I changed it. I like the deep carry a lot. It works really well.
I'm saying I don't like the pocket clips that I saw at.
Yeah, they're kind of like stamped ones. I have it. I have one laying around. They're pretty bad.
I just didn't like the way they felt in my hand.
Yeah, this one, your fingers land on those holes, kind of awkward, and there's sharp areas inside. It's a little awkward, but I like it a hell of a lot better than any bug out I've ever handled. I'll tell you that. Action's way better. The blade's way thinner. The blade is like, oh, look, I cut myself.
They say they're getting echo. They said they're getting an echo on you. I don't hear it.
Getting echo tri-state. Well, I kind of hear myself at certain points, so hold on.
It sounds fine to me.
Echo. Maybe I'll press that button. Did that help? Are we good?
You froze. No, there we go. You're back.
What? Okay.
Oh, I had the same thing happen. I was trying to show them something, and I was like, well, it's not showing up because it's green.
Yeah, I saw
I'll
you
turn off my
crash.
green screen, and I froze, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then I was like, Cole had the same issue.
Yeah. Technology, man. It's a bitch.
Have you seen one of these?
Yeah, hey. So good. That's so good.
Which one is this? The KU what?
322.
322. Yeah, I just pulled this out of the box. It's what's going to be if I get a chance to film tomorrow.
It's so good.
Between, small business tax is the nightmare.
Oh yeah, God. 1099 forms, shit like that.
And I
1094.
Like I worked the construction job. I did construction stuff for other companies where I ordered stuff. I've got my fucking Google 1099.
Yep.
And I own an LLC.
Yep.
So I've been trying to dick with that. I might not get a video up tomorrow because I also have to take my daughter's skates.
I just hire an accountant. I always have. I've always had an accountant. I'm not gonna fuck with it because I know I'll fuck it up.
I've never had
90% of the time.
I know that I fucked something up because I got to looking at it, and I don't think any of my actual last 3 years of franchise tax board stuff went in because they sent me a note, and I was like, I filed that stuff. I'm probably gonna have it's easy. I made no income on the LLC the last 4 years, so like check. I just owe you $800 a year for my fine, and I'm like, I thought for sure that was getting taken care of, but the nice thing is they're really cool about it. They're like, oh, well, just whenever you can get it done. I'm like, okay. I'll get on that right now.
Pitt, I agree, dude. $48. It's kind of tough.
Oh, shut up. I don't know the price yet.
Oh, sorry. He
it.
ruined it. He ruined it.
Who did?
Pitt did.
Pitt. Damn it.
Sorry. I forgot that's a thing.
I haven't even filmed the video yet. It's okay. I'll forget because like I knew it was a Kubi and I knew it was going to be really budget.
Yeah, it's G10 and D2. Like you.
I'm not gonna lie though, it's fucking good.
It's so good. It's so good. Doesn't matter what the price is. It's so good.
It's not as good at $50 as that Valona is at $50.
No, but that's
Not
because for $50, this is going to be tough to beat. Just in general, it feels better than most like $150 knives. So.
I swear to God, I thought the Valona was going to be at a minimum 150 MSR or 150 map. Like they were
because on this knife, there's no blade steel marking either.
No, that DC53. It's so good though.
It's so good. I've been fucking cutting shit to death with this thing, and
that thing is
the coating's
sharp. Like
the coating's holding up really well too.
Yeah,
I've taken down so many boxes with this dude. Nothing.
Yeah, and you got to be careful. Like it's that edge
because the flipper tab barely stops it in time for you to get out of the way.
So you were talking about the whole double clutch thing, and that's a thing. Like I've never understood why people have so much trouble with it because most knives actually do that. Like all the Ferrums do it, and it's just a matter of you just have to stay on the lock bar. You can't just like push the lock bar and expect it to drop. You got to stay on the lock bar till it clears it. And it's
but I'm a fidget guy. I want it to drop.
Chris and Elliot were I don't want to get sued kind of guys. Because that prevents you from just guillotining it down on your fingers.
Yeah, but I know the risks, pal. Okay. I know what I got myself into.
Yeah, okay, but not everybody.
I mean, who you gonna? This thing is
that thing's fucking hazardous, especially with that edge. Like I got done sharpening that, and I was like, "This is scary. This is freaking."
It is a very pretty edge. I don't know if they can see it.
They're not gonna be able to see it. I did enough videos about it. But like you just like touch it, the newspaper, and you're like, "Good God."
Beautiful, a thing of beauty.
What was this? That fixed blade.
I've been carrying my sea snake every day too. It's my backpack knife, dude. Thing's great.
You've been carrying my sea snake.
Well, your sea snake. You know what I mean.
And that's not even the final version. That's the production prototype. That was hand done, so it's got a few little inconsistencies in it.
It's a clean knife. I mean, I can tell you've beaten the shit out of it.
Oh, yeah. I've done stuff with that knife that like most people are like, I wouldn't do that with that knife, and I was like, I gotta test it.
Yeah, I gotta know. Can it do it?
Can it hold up? Steel. It was an untested steel, and it was the prototype. And I'm like, I got to know what it could do. And I did some shit with that knife that you probably shouldn't do with one of those sea snakes. And it held up.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's still holding up.
well, I'm glad you like it. It's
a great knife. It literally is everything I want out of a folding knife, just in fixed blade form. It's small, it's compact, it's lightweight, and it's got a perfect Warncliffe on it, which is just that's what I need. That's all I need.
Yeah, and the nice thing is,
like, show it.
Like if you're somewhere like where you got like heavy gloves on, it's so much easier to use that little fixed blade than it is to try to, open and close.
It's been my backpack knife the past few days. Or
While
honestly,
you're doing that,
since it arrived. It's
yes,
such a great little knife, dude.
Oh, the little Bassinelli. Okay, yeah. The little Bassinelli. It's actually right here. I carry it a lot. You're gonna get to see this. Actually,
I saw it on the Bobby D.
Bobby's gonna get to see it before you do.
Oh, I'm not a fixed blade guy. You don't have to send that to me.
Well,
I like the way it looks and all.
This is another one of those that's like the sea snake. It's really small. So this I was going to show you. There was a guy at SHOT Show that came up to Nico at the artisan table, and he started making these sheaths for the sea snake. He has other stuff that he makes it for, but this is the one that Nico grabbed. And so what you do is you've got this adjustable length belt that goes around your belt. This what was it?
Like a strap.
It's like a Velcro strap. So you put your knife. You've got your sea snake in it. So it's made for the sea snake. But if you want to take it off and move it, you can actually pull, and this whole thing detaches. So you can pull this whole thing off. And if you've got like a holster that has that same rig,
oh no shit,
you can just leave that on your belt and just take your gear and move it back and forth. And all you have to do is just pull out on this.
Breeze, I know what you're going for there, pal. Very fun. Breeze goes, it's small, compact, lightweight, comfortable in the hand. It feels so familiar. That was my review of the sea snake, and he's talking about peepees, I'm assuming.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of does have a phallic looking handle.
Got my Girl Scout, sorry. Had to do it.
My wife came home with Girl Scout cookies and did not even show me that
These
she
things
had
are
any.
dangerous.
And it was the good ones. It was the Samoas, the fucking.
I buy 6 boxes a year of Samoas, and I go through them about a week and a half. Dude, did you know that Thin Mints, 2 cookies is 150 calories? Did you fucking know that shit?
Hey, I want
2
you to
cookies.
Okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to take a good close look at this and see if I ever gave a fuck about how many calories were in the food I ate.
But that blows my mind. 2 cookies that's like 4 cookies is a Big Mac. That's fucking crazy.
What's this? I've been carrying my Osprey EDX all week. It's what is
that?
Huh?
I remember feeling that.
I'm so upset. I let somebody borrow this so that they could see if they wanted one, and they screwed the entire edge profile up. They resharpened it, and they did it on a work sharp, and they took off so much material. The blade shape is no longer what it was. It's a completely different blade profile. It's still great. Don't get me wrong. It's still great, and I got mine as a gift from Eric. But yeah, this thing is great. It's amazing.
Yeah, the work sharp is. I have the 4-inch stone adapter, so you can basically use KME stones in it.
I use the powered one with the belts.
I thought you were talking about the KME style one. The KME style, I was like, I don't have that issue with the KME style one.
No, and then on top of that, then I had to fix everything to put the edge back on it so it was actually sharp. So I took more material off of it. So no, I can't. Here's the thing.
Sell it to me.
Gifts to me, like personal gifts, they stay. Gifts to the channel, a lot of times want it being giveaways. There's a lot of stuff over here that's been gifts to the channel. And they're like, hey, it's a gift to the channel. Do whatever you want with it. But gifts to me, it's just, that's just,
Patina's comment, like, what the fuck?
What'd Patina say?
Of all the knives to sharpen, what the fuck?
Well, he used it and did a bunch of stuff with it. He cut a bunch of canvas and stuff like that. He was at a remote campsite. He was trying to use it for stuff. And I guarantee it got dull, even though it's M390. But like I would have been perfectly fine with him going, "Hey, it's dull. I'll bring it back to you." And he's like, "Well, I didn't want to bring you back a dull knife." And I'm like, "I wish you had."
That's what I do. That's what I do, pal.
Like,
okay.
No, if you were to happen to watch my videos in the live,
if you Google my name, you could have just Googled my fucking name, pal.
If you look at the bottom of the screen right now, it says foreshortening. But going back to gifts, where I grew up, it's probably the same for you guys. Where the way you grew up there in Ohio.
Yep. Whether you like it or not, you keep it.
You don't sell gifts.
Yep.
It's even if it's like something somebody gave you, you might never see them again. You don't sell it. That's just rude. You keep it.
You keep it until they die. That's what our rule is.
Or you put it in a pair of pants that might have a hole in the pocket, and you don't make sure the pocket clips on real good, and it might have fallen through a hole in your pocket. Or caught on something in the woods, got yanked out of your pocket, and then you're like, man, you know what? I love that thing. I lost it. I was out with a metal detector and everything.
And then they'll get you a new one.
Right? Fuck.
Oh, this is the other one that came in. I totally forgot. The Tucson TS 204, the Bronc.
I don't like it.
You don't like the way it looks?
I'm not a big fan of something that's that out of sorts with blade to handle ratio.
You'd be surprised. The blade to handle ratio is great. The issue is it literally the tip of the blade comes all the way.
Then why does it look so much smaller?
I know. It's because of the way it's because of this dramatic drop right here. Like even when it's closed, it looks like the blade ends right here. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just the way that thing drops, but the tip of the blade is right there.
I mean, I still don't like it.
Hey, I like a good warning. It's S90V is what they say anyway.
Were you watching the other day with the thing when I told everybody I found, if Polly's still here, I found a picture of Polly's restaurant?
Oh no, I'm assuming. That's about right. It's about accurate.
There we go.
I gotta tell you though, man, Tucson did a killer job. I've had 3 Tucsons, and they've all had amazing factory edges. I'm not a big Tucson guy, but they do. I've had $300-$400 knives that had dog shit factory edges on them, and this was like $120, and it's amazing. It's amazing.
I like some of the Tucson's designs. The ones a few of the ones that Jared has sent me have been really, really good. That Tucson's 223 that's in the box up there, hands down, probably the best looking Tucson I've seen so far.
Yeah, this is a chonky boy.
Yeah, it's a little but I like the thicker handles because sometimes, like, even though they take up more pocket space and they can be uncomfortable.
I think as much as you hate the profile of this, something tells me you get a kick out of this.
I think I would, but it, like, looking at it, it just looks like the blade to handle's out, but that also is, we're doing it on a screen that I'm not got a real good view of. And
how's this? Is this better for you?
Here, hang on a second. Let me make it even better.
I hate the pocket clip. It's ugly as sin, but
yeah,
it's kind of gross. Like, and it has these this bite marks in it. Do you see what it's
like somebody was chewing on it? Like,
yeah,
nom.
But I think it's a nice looking knife. I like the warning. It's S90V. I'll let you be the judge on that, but action's great.
S90V. I love some S90V.
And it's nice, and it's crown spine, dude. I mean, it's a really well made knife.
Spine, especially I've got
this is my
so much
favorite
outdoor stuff that I would do. Like striking a ferrule rod would be a nice option. What is that? Is that the?
This is the Love Them Knives knife.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Have you got to see the Shikari?
No, people have been. Is that a Kaiser?
Yeah, the Kaiser. Is it the Kaiser Shikari? I've got to do I have to carry that some more so I can do the full review.
We have this big fucker, the Kaiser Beglet or XL butt mock. That's just as big as the fucking.
Okay, so I have to ask you: have you had problems with yours? Because there've been a lot of people that had.
Everybody's been complaining. Mine has been solid as a rock. What's the issue? People are complaining, like the pivot walk-in or something.
I had like 3 people send me videos that, like, when it's closed or open, they shake it and it sounds like a fucking maraca. Like open open and like the blade play and open the lock rock is so bad. It's just like if you took it like this and shook it, it sounds like a maraca. And I'm like,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
this
no
thing,
thanks.
this thing is. This has less blade play than my Mordax and my Malibu. Like mine's solid, dude. I have no issues, no complaints. Tiny bit of
Malibu. I've heard a few people complain that the Malibu has.
mine's Gen 1. Mine's literally like knife 200 from the first run. So
okay, so I got news for you. I don't care if it's Gen 1 or Gen 7. Gen 1 shouldn't have left.
right, and I agree.
Is the audio still good? Because I did not charge this transmitter before.
Yeah, you sound good to me.
Okay.
Also, picked up a mini Beluga. Sweet knife. You should definitely check that one out. I won't tell you how much
Turn
it
it back around.
cost.
Turn it back around. I want to see the pocket clip.
It just says Beluga.
No, I'm trying to see like the shape of the pocket clip.
It's pretty.
That looks like a pocket clip that was on the CRKT that I had. It was the CRKT Hey Ho.
It's not even countersunk. It's like put into the slot at the back.
It's exactly how. That's what I was curious because it's exactly how that CRKT was.
But you can use the fuller.
I don't necessarily like it. I don't necessarily like it, but I can understand it just kind of makes it a little easier and stuff like that. We got someone new, guys. It's not that I'm not watching this. When Cole comes on, it kills me when companies use numbers and not names. ZT especially.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Kubi as well. The KU322 and the 331 and the 3911 and the it's dog shit. I hate it.
Will Boyer, welcome.
How many people we got watching? I can't see the camera.
38 right now. There's like 41
nice.
42.
It's all right.
Not as good as that one night. What was the night that we had we had so many people on? We had a lot.
It's Monday. You know?
Yeah, that's true. And people are like, dude, you got to start doing weekend live feeds. I was like, that's the only time I get to spend time with my wife and kid.
Right.
Like, really?
Right. Yeah. That's why I haven't been on like other people's as much lately. Like, like there was a period where I was coming on yours like twice a week.
I don't remember doing it twice a week, but you were on like one day a week.
At least once a week, right? But it ended up being I would go live Monday, then I would go live on my channel Tuesday, and then I was on yours on Wednesday, and then I would guest star on somebody's for Thursday, and then and my wife would never see me, so we put an end to that.
I got news for you. Here, give it a few years. Give it a few years. It should be like, ain't you got a live feed or something to do with someone? Like,
yeah, why don't you fuck off? We've been together for 7-8 years already.
Oh, 7-8 years.
I know, whatever, dude. You got a few decades on me, you old fart.
Yeah, I do. I got news for you. Like the best thing about me being in the military was like I was gone. I'd be back for like a week.
Build that sexual tension.
I'd be gone for like, no, it wasn't that. I'd be gone for like 6 weeks to 2 months, and I'd come back, and it just meant that the time we spent together, it wasn't all just sex stuff. Like when I came back, we would do something every evening, and it was more valuable time. Like we would go to downtown, like Tokyo area and eat, and then come home and take the bus, and we'd go down and eat sushi, and we would just spend quality time together. We see each other every day, and a lot of times just like we'll pass each other like, why are you still fucking here? Don't you have to go to work or something?
Fuck off. I'm tired of it. One more thing I got to show you. I think you get a kick out of this. You ever seen one of those?
Yeah, I have.
The Grandway.
Yeah.
The 4172K with the dingleberry.
There's a Benchmade version of that that's way better. But I've seen one of those. And
where the blade's too long for the handle?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
There actually is.
It's got a hefty half stop. Look at that half stop, man. It's
I actually had the Benchmade version of that and put it on the channel somewhere. Tino still has it. It's like Tino.
I've been trying to get this 440s heat to take a decent edge, if that's even what this is. This was $15 on Amazon.
Oh, you know what we should do? You and I should do
Painless?
this. We should do a live feed, and we can do it on my channel or your channel. And we're gonna go through Wish and each pick like 5 knives on Wish. But the thing is, I pick your 5 knives, you pick my 5 knives.
Ooh, I love that idea.
Does that sound cool?
I'm in, dude. Wish or Ollie or DL or whatever.
Yeah, I think Wish. I think we should do Wish if it does good. But then we have to come back like a month later and have to talk about the knives that we picked out for each other.
Yikes. Oh
And
boy.
we have to do it like this. So it'll be like
I feel like you're just gonna pick up like a bunch of like cold cold steel clones and shit. Shit I don't want.
No. I'm not absolutely not gonna do that. I'm gonna pick out shit like the
Like
we're
the
just
Tulsa,
gonna like pick out
stuff like this.
well, maybe I don't know, but like it's gonna be so. What I was gonna say is there has to be like we have to do it like 5 knives at 5 price points. So a $5 knife, a $10 knife,
Yeah.
a $15 knife, $20 knife, and a $25 knife.
I'm down.
And then we sit. Then I order it to your house, and then you order yours to my house.
Good God. Ooh, baby.
Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby,
Oh baby. Oh. Ooh, that stuff hurts in an open wound. Ow, 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 ow. Pain.
What'd you get into an open wound?
Fucking
Hand sanitizer?
just chemicals, basically. It's not. It's like the. It's what I use to clean my knives. It's like what's left over when they make whiskey. You know what I mean? It's all the shit that'll kill you. Is what it is. It's literally all the things that will actually kill you if you drink it.
It's called.
It's like acetone and all kinds of shit.
If you've ever made moonshine, it's called the Top Shot.
Yes, and it'll kill you. They say as little as 120 milliliters will kill you if you drink this.
It's got all the shit in it that you can't drink.
So when they said whiskey would make you go blind, this is what they were talking about.
Yeah, it was.
And then you would die shortly after.
So you have the Top Shot, and then you have the heart, and you have the tail. So the Top Shot, the way you know that the Top Shot is to the point where you actually are to the heart is you take the glass and you put it up your eye. And if it doesn't make your eye hurt, you've gotten all those nasty chemicals out. So you dump everything you took off, and then you start taking that. And then what you'll do is you run everything through the heart all the way down to the tail until you start hearing the thumper, your thumper tank or your thumper barrel start like evening out, like it's not condensing as much, and then you're just getting water.
Everything's
everything's
thinned out.
You take the heart and the tail, and then you rerun it back through, and you take all that water back off. That's how. I mean, it's not like.
Oh yeah.
You
forget I live in bourbon country. I have my whole life.
So what I was gonna say is I'm not saying I've ever made moonshine, but we
literally have like 4 skills at my parents' house. Oh, dude, I got all kinds of knives coming in. CGRB Crag came in too.
That actually is one of my highest views videos. It gets like 60 views every 2 days. I did that video, that CGRB Crag in black with the carbon fiber.
AR RPM 9.
Yeah, like 2 years ago, and that video consistently gets like 68 videos every 2
that detent sucks on mine, and I have taken it apart and tried to force that lock bar over, kind of boost it up a little bit, and it won't fucking budge, dude.
Is the detent just weak, or is it?
Yeah, I mean, I do like the fact that you can like reverse flick it very easily, and you can thumb flick it very easily because there's just so much blade out there. But the flipper detent is kind of poopy. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'm just stupid.
I've had issues with some of them, but here's somebody's here. Mike's telling his Dukes of Hazzard stories. Hey, no joke. I made a couple batches of moonshine that came out at 97% alcohol by volume.
That'll light you up.
That shit'll put you on a roof.
97, dude. That's 194 proof.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That's too much.
Yeah, it is. Well, that's okay. So that's shit.
That's this. That's what this is.
That shit. Well, that was shit that I would just run, and my dad would use it to make racing fuel.
Oh yeah, that'll run it.
So I had an old 78 Chrysler Baron that had a 440 out of a Roadrunner in it.
Yep.
And he got a fucking slap shifter in it and all that shit, and put big racing slicks on it. He put it on a trailer. He'd run 1/4 miles in it. And I would just, when I would come home, I'd just make a couple gallons of just high octane, just 97, like still it twice. Don't care about the flavor, just field corn and sugar, and run all that stuff through. And I would just still it like 2-3 times, get it to like 97%, put it in mason jars. And my dad would just, when he would go to the track, he'd take like a pint and dump it in with the high octane gas that he was putting in it.
A little extra something.
A little something, yeah.
A little extra something.
He's like, you get a little bit too much of that stuff. He gets squirrely, wants to lift the front end off the ground. Oh shit! I can't steer to give it the front wheels ain't on the ground. Anybody grab the small Centros? Kellen was asking.
Oh yeah, that pre-order.
I saw them. I saw the prototypes, and
I don't need a small Centros. I got a big ass Archaeo.
Oh, those are
That
good.
That is for sale if anybody wants it. Green titanium, carbon fiber, M390.
Is yours the locking, or is yours the one that's the non-locking with the pin?
No, it's the frame lock, full size frame lock.
See, I like the one that's the double detent with the pin.
Really?
Yeah,
this thing's
I do.
so good though. They did such a killer job on that green anodizing.
Yeah, I have.
It's a tough one to pull off.
I've done some pretty good green ano a few times.
Green's tough. Green's one of the harder ones. It's so high on the voltage scale, you know.
Let's see if it shows. That's how good a green it is.
Sheesh. I don't have any green knives other than that one in front of me. I need to get my Samoas. Hold on. Cole, show us that arcane design. Okay. I will.
Oh, you have one of the arcanes?
Yeah. I also got the Altus, Svivi Altus. I like it. The button lock. Great little knife, dude. Way overpriced. Nitro VG10 for $79, basically.
That's not bad. I'm not a fan of some of the nitrogen steels. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. It just depends.
Hit or miss. They're very hit or miss, but the action's amazing. I mean, the D10.
That is a good looking knife, though.
It is it's very small. I don't know if you would like it.
I like some of the small knives. I removed myself from the stream.
Whoops. Hi guys, it's the Tri-State Show. I'm trying to find a knife that you know. I'll just use the Archbishop for everything.
We're talking about small knives. I love the
Well, if you love the Rhea, I mean, this is more girthy than the Rhea, and probably about the same length. It's an average size. It's smaller than I expected. I've been getting a lot of big knives in lately. I think that's why.
Well, I've gotten to where I don't dislike the small knives.
Amazing.
Like I used to not like small knives that much. Like it was just one of those things. I was in the military and I always just thought I had to have this huge knife. And now I've realized that like, I don't work. This is my job right now. I'm working here.
Right.
I can order supplies for construction jobs on my computer from my garage. A lot of times, and I'm not gonna lie, a lot of times I'm wearing like track pants and a sweatshirt and I don't even have shoes. I haven't put on grown-up shoes for like weeks.
It's midnight here. I'm still in my work clothes. I'm in khakis and fucking okay. Cool. Okay, so here's the arcane.
I really started to get. Hang on.
I finally got my hands on a crawler. I've been chasing one forever.
I didn't like the crawler as much as I liked the first design, but I definitely want to see the new one that they've got coming.
The Plexus?
Yes.
I can send you a picture of it.
I don't need a picture of it. I'd like to see one of the actual ones. Like,
well, you don't even know what it looks like yet.
Oh, yeah, I do. Because don't forget, I'm friends with Azrael.
Oh, you're talking about the one with him and Isham?
Yeah.
The secret one?
Yeah, I'm friends with both of those guys. Or not?
I have the experience.
I can't think of his name now. All I can think of is the cat from the Smurfs, Azrael, but that's not his name. It's
Israel. It's literally just Israel. But this thing's great. This is made by Best Tech, and I got to tell you, dude, this thing's the action is nuts. The action is just absolutely.
I got to handle the crawler at Blade Show West.
And this is also smaller than I expected.
Yeah, it is.
But I love it. It's like a great size. Ergos are amazing.
It just didn't feel in my hands the way I would want it. But from the looks of some of the other ones I've seen, their other designs, did you get to see their dagger that they had at Blade Show West? Did you see pictures of that or my video?
Oh, the flipper that was dagger ground? Or did they make an actual dagger?
There was a dagger that they had at the table.
Yeah,
and some of them were sharpened. Some of them were sharpened on both sides, and some of them weren't.
We were talking about that on my last live stream. I forget what the fuck they're called.
I can't remember. I would have to go back and rewatch my Blade Show West videos. And I don't know about you. I don't like watching my own videos.
I love it. I love it because it reminds me of things what to do, what worked, and what didn't work. Especially the way I make videos.
Well, I mean, but by the time we're done editing, I've already watched it all the time. I've already caught all that shit.
True.
Like by the time I get done, by the time a video goes live and I'm watching the premiere with my subscribers.
Yoda, you're talking about the exploit. I love that knife. It's been around. It's been out for like a year or so now. The Best Tech exploit is amazing. Big fan. Check it out. Todd Knife and Tool Design.
Yeah. No, by the time a video gets posted and I'm watching,
we've watched it like 92 times.
I've already watched the segments. I've already reshot the segments. Which one's that?
That's the Shodan by Todd Knife and Tool and Best Tech.
That's
Love this
nice
thing.
looking.
It's a big one too, man. You'd like this one.
Is that one your personal?
Yeah, I've had this one for almost 2 years now.
You may have to send that to me. I haven't got to see that.
I'd be more than happy to.
That's a good looking knife. That looks like something that's right up my alley.
It's literally like Mick Strider went to outer space and designed a knife. Is what it is.
Have you ever met Mick Strider? Because I'm pretty sure that's where that motherfucker came from.
I am here to make knives. I mean, hello, human. How are you? Yeah, but this thing's great. D10's light for a flipper, but it works really well with the deployment slots.
It's got a good sound, though. I like that sound.
It does. Nice carbon fiber. The carbon fiber is really, really nice on it.
This is another one that has a really good sound.
The Horizon? Yeah.
Oh, wait. I forgot. The microphone's over here.
Good stuff. Little knife ASMR with Mike and Cole.
I'm gonna do another sharpening video because everybody seemed to like that one. The last one I did, the straight razor.
Yeah, I like that one too. It's a good one.
Yeah. So have you had this happen yet? I downloaded music that I wanted to use for that cardboard cutting video. And I put it in and I went through all the checks on YouTube. Like, you know how when you post up a video, it says we're doing your checks and it comes back, everything's fine. Go to the premiere.
Comes on afterwards. No, I've had that happen.
There's still no music. And so I get a notification.
No. The copyright claim will come in afterwards, is what I'm saying.
But that's what that checks is. That's what it's supposed to tell you.
Yeah,
but no copyright issues.
Yeah, but then the person that owns it will go and claim it later on. It's just a song that hadn't been claimed yet.
But it
happened to me. It happened to one of my live streams.
I downloaded copyright-free music.
Yep. I have a bunch of copyright-free music on my computer, but the issue is it doesn't always stay that way, which is really dumb. And that's why I pay for Epidemic Sound. That's where all my music comes from.
I just started using only the music that's in the Apple iTunes software.
Oh, you mean the Google software?
No, I use Apple iMovie. So there's already
the built-in music. Gotcha.
Built-in music. So that's all I use now. It's just that built-in music.
Yeah, Epidemic sounds amazing. I mean, when it's your choice, and they have like 50,000 sound effects, like whale calls and all kinds of crazy shit, just like background noise at a restaurant.
I'll probably do that. But I've already spent so much stuff for so much money on the channel, and I haven't seen a return on that investment yet. I bought the lights.
Right.
I got the lights. I got the edit. I got the this software here that I paid for so that I can have. I can have all of this. I can have multiple cameras and all that stuff, and it's not watermarked. And I can have as many, guests as I want. I bought Canva because it's really easy to do thumbnails. Super easy to do thumbnails in Canva once you figure it out. And I've used it for other projects too.
Canva's great. Canva's great.
My wife had to, and I paid for the professional because you can draw and stuff. So my wife had to send like dimensions for my daughter's dress for her costume to get it made, to get it ordered. And so they needed all these dimensions, but they wanted her to draw on the picture. So she just downloaded a picture and we put it in Canva. And I drew the lines and put the measurements in the areas. And she's like, oh, wow, that worked really well. I was like, yeah, she's like, well, I don't want to wait. Like, it's okay. I was like, I paid for this. Let's fucking use it as much as we can. And it's not.
Yeah. Carrie uses Canva all the time.
It's only like $100. It's like $100 something for the year.
I'm pretty sure her company pays for it. The company she works for pays for it.
So I'm gonna get with. I'm gonna let your wife know when you see her tomorrow. I'm gonna DM her. I want to get some of those. I'm gonna send her the logo for the channel.
Hell yeah, dude! Do it up.
I'll have you guys make me like 100. What is it? 100 for 25?
No. It's 20 and 30. So $20 for 60 stickers, $30 for 100. We had to raise the price because shipping keeps going up.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, guys, if you're sending me knives, remember shipping's not $8.50 anymore for me to send you a small flat rate. It's $9.
It went up to $9. It went back down. I started using Shippo. It's like $8.43 on Shippo.
I don't have a printer. I don't have a printer. I don't even have any place to put a printer right now. The only place I'd be able to do it would be in like what would have been the computer room, but that's my daughter's exercise room now. Like she had mats. She has all her mats and shit in there because like
printers are cheap though. Long-term investment. I mean, if it's saving you 50 cents a package, You know what I mean? That adds up quick over the course of a year.
No, it doesn't, because they pay me return shipping. It doesn't cost me anything. I just charge them more for shipping. That doesn't cost me anything. So you pay me the $25.
No, I'm saying loaner. I'm saying loaner knives.
I don't get, like, Jared sends me a package like once every.
Oh, he doesn't care.
Right. He sends me a package every once in a while. I send stuff back. I've got some stuff from Nick Shabazz, which, to tell you the truth, I know where I can just meet Nick and drop his shit off when he gets done with work. So he's just right up the road for me.
Mike Himmler at his front door. Shabazz, I've been looking for you everywhere.
Fuck, dude. That was one of the best live feeds. Like, because Nick was like, I don't know, 2 hours. That sounds that sounds like a lot.
Right. It goes like that, dude. It goes like that.
And I was like at an hour and 45, he's like, he texted me. He's like, have we really been doing this for almost 2 hours? And I was like, yeah.
Yes. Shane, I should say her company did pay for it, but she still has the login information. Does that answer your question, Shane?
Probably something we shouldn't be saying on a public forum.
It'd be all right. Shane should never say anything on a public. Kara loves those. Kara loves those.
You should get her one. This one was my wife's.
She loves them. We went through like the Spyderco catalog, and she's like, I'll just go to Olive Garden. I'll have my Spyderco bread knife and my Spyderco butter knife. Yeah, that's a Spyderco bread knife is what she calls it.
That's a Spyderco. That's a Spyderco. Somebody tries to grab her out the back of the fucking Olive Garden. She sticks this in their ball bag and drags him to the police. No, you come with me.
Ball bag.
This is a knife that I would say is called a cum boy. And that's because you stick it right up behind the ball sack and you can lead them wherever you want to go. You're like, you're coming with me. Come on, boy. Come, boy.
Yikes. No, Kara's going to use it to cut her breadsticks at Olive Garden. Okay. She's not a violent person.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Unless I make her mad, which I'm really, really good at. Hit her. Yeah, you know what? Second thought, I don't want her to have one of those because I'll make her mad and she'll use it on me.
I'm going to fucking send her one. I'm going to send her one. I'll be like, hey, I'm getting you an Olive Garden bread knife. I can't afford to send her one of these. I can't afford to get one for me.
Yeah.
Sell it.
Yeah. I don't know why those lockbacks are getting so expensive.
Because
I hate lockbacks.
I don't want to get into it because I'll get on a tirade about fucking
I know.
Spyderco and somebody trying to ruin their father's company, and no one wants to hear that in every live feed. They don't need to hear it every time. Like, good God, Mike's an angry motherfucker. And you're right.
Do you think he's drunk all the time? I think you know what I'm talking about. Every time I've seen him in an interview, he seems intoxicated.
Eric?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. I thought he was just an asshole.
I think he's bizarre. He's a bizarre man.
I'll tell you someone that, like, I don't.
Stacy.
How do I do this? Dwayne Dwyer. The last few times I've seen Dwayne Dwyer.
Who's that?
Used to be a Mick Strider's partner. Also makes an SMF. I think he may have designed an SMF. He used to make knives at Strider Knives with Mick. They were partners. The last few times I've seen him, he just, like, I don't mind drinking, and I'll get a little bit out of the fucking box and fucking, get a little torn up to where I'm like, where's my other boot? But like,
it's on your head, idiot.
But every time I've seen him, and then we were talking about, like, people like pissing away and drinking away companies and losing it. He no longer works with Mick, and that's part of the reason, from what I understand. But the other thing is, like, we were at Blade Show West, and basically they set up their table, and it wound up turning into a bar. Like, they had bottles and everything. And I'm like, you're doing this, but you've got people that have sent you knives for repair that haven't heard anything back in literally years. Wow. You got guys that pre-ordered knives in a specific configuration, and they have been waiting and asking, and then you just don't give them any information. And then, like, they ordered this knife like a year ago, and then yet they see two knives exactly like the one they ordered that goes up for auction. And I'm like, that's not how you treat your customers. And I've known Dwayne. I met him a few times. I met him at the Warrior Expo down here. He's a good dude, and I'm not gonna lie, I went out drinking with him, and it was like partying with a fucking rock star. But I don't see any real good knives coming out. I see like some like phoned in fucking fixed blades and just like not treating your customers the way you should. Speaking of which, if you're a customer of mine and you had a knife here, I probably shipped it out today.
Shipped a whole bunch of shit today.
Well, on top of everything else that we had going on with taxes and the daughter skating and ordering her skate boots from Italy and ordering new blades, my mother has to have hip replacement surgery. And at her age, we're like looking at trying to get, power of attorney, making sure the will's been reviewed so that it's reviewed within 30 days. So if something does happen when she's in surgery, it doesn't have to go to probate.
Dude, the picture on his website, the first picture that pops up is him and 3 other dudes sitting around a table at a bar with a shitload of beer bottles.
I know. And people have just gotten tired of it. Back in the day, like when custom knife makers were, you couldn't get anything better than a custom knife. Like custom knives were the only way to get a quality knife because there weren't any production knives. You could probably get away with like getting drunk and not getting stuff done and pushing stuff off and people not getting their knives until late and having like a 2-year wait. You get away with that. But now that there's production knives that are, in my opinion, as good as a lot of the customs,
better,
you can't get away with that anymore because I can buy a knife that's as good as what he's going to make and have it in my house in hand at my house off of Amazon in 2 days. Yeah,
I mean, I'm looking at and I don't like any of these knives. First off, they're all pretty boring or very ugly.
Yeah. I wanted to show you something.
Show me something. Apparently, there's a buy now option. Can you just buy these knives now?
Probably not. Probably buy now, but get
it never.
Get it never. Did I ever show you this one?
No. What is that?
That is the Medusa.
Medusa will seduce you. Oh,
It has
you
an
did.
H-clip.
Yeah, that is bizarre. Why? For like a Molly equipment, Molly gear?
I'm not gonna lie. This is one of my favorite pocket clips. So this is Tony Marfione Jr.
To put in your pocket, though?
Yeah, I put this in my pocket all the time. I carry it. It's great. It sits really well in the pocket, and it's not uncomfortable because it's broad, so it spreads out that it doesn't. So it's nice and broad. It doesn't have any like sharp like lines that dig right into your hand. You can't. It's really, really comfortable.
Interesting. Why does nobody else do it then? Because it's ugly?
No one likes it. Like
because it's ugly.
Me and Tony Marfione Jr. apparently are the only 2 people on the planet that like this pocket clip.
I think it's really ugly. It looks like a supervillain's emblem, like Mandark from Dexter's Lab. That's the vibe I'm getting.
It looks real similar to the Heretic Knives logo.
Ah, well, that checks out.
Yeah,
that checks out.
So yeah, this is so there's as you can see, there's the Heretic Knives logo. See what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, looks real similar.
Yes, very much so. Very much so. By the way, I didn't know. Talking about older knives, I didn't know they used to make their Rayot made knives are in S35VN. They're all in M390 now.
Rayot has made knives.
This is like 4+ years old. Was the last time they made these? 4 or 5 years ago.
It depends. It depends on the maker's choice too. What he wants in the steel. I forget. This is S35VN.
Yeah.
And really? You know what? If I remember right, Ramon wanted them in S35VN. That's why they're in
my big one is M390.
Well, because that's your big. Okay, so that is the one size bigger than this one.
This is the Liberation 229.
Yeah, 229. This is the Ultramar Street. So this is a little bit smaller.
Yeah, the street versions are always smaller. Maybe it's just all the street versions are S35 because this is not a street version. This is the Big Daddy.
Yeah. But I think that
look at those grind lines.
I think his customs were in S35 as well. Yeah, the grind lines on them are great.
Rayot does such a kill job with a belt satin, man. They're so pretty.
Hey, Miles is here. What's up?
I need to get cookies. Hold on.
Like that. Say what?
I try it. I try it. What's
this? Aiden, Powerpuff Girls knives.
Check out my new knife, guys. It's a box of cookies.
While you're looking at his box of cookies, keep him entertained for a second. I just got to go over to the cooler because I want to get a beer. I have Matt's Yeti cooler over here. We put ice in it like Friday night. It still is completely,
it never goes away.
Completely full of ice and beer. Give me a moment. Talk amongst yourselves. I can still hear you.
That's why I drink out of a Yeti. Out of my big giant Yeti, because I can put like 6 cubes in this thing in the morning and it'll last all day.
I actually don't have a Yeti tumbler.
They're good. At the end of the day, they're overpriced, and then you can buy the same thing now for like pennies on the dollar.
If you get a Ozark Trail tumbler, the same size,
or
it's
Arctic,
or Arctic. Well, here's the thing: they're made in the same factory. So the two brothers had a falling out, and one of them's like, "I'm not licensed to design. I'm going to make everything under the Yeti brand." And the other brother was like, "Well, I own half the business. I'm going to let people make the exact same thing and put their branding on it." They're made in the same fucking factory.
Oh.
I'm like, that's dumb. So if you get an Arctic or Ozark Trail tumbler, the big, like, what was it, 22 ounce? That thing will hold ice. Like, I literally can put ice in that.
I don't know what size this is.
The one that looks like this.
Yeah. Yep. The big boy. The old big boy.
Yeah.
Now they have like fucking buckets, basically.
Yeah, but mine says Papa didn't raise no commie.
Just look at that. You talk about a crisp. Look how beautiful it is.
Stop it. I'm not allowed to have coconut.
It's so beautiful. Oh, because they're like little shrapnel seeds. Little pieces of shrapnel.
Yeah, that's why my wife hid the cookies from me.
Oh, it's so good, Mike. It's so good.
I want you to think about the fact we are eventually going to meet in person, and I'm going to grab you by the ankles like that scene.
And I'm going to kiss you.
When Hulk grabs Loki by the ankles and slams him back and forth and back and forth.
Thor grabs Thor.
Yeah, I just watched Ragnarok, and he goes, "That's what it feels like." I laughed my ass off.
That movie's so fucking funny. I love that movie.
That is the best of the Marvel movies. If you want something to kick back that's humorous, and using
I love the Thor, all three of them.
Led Zeppelin in that final fight scene.
That's great. That movie's great. I'm going to watch that again. My wife loves those movies, the Thor movies, for obvious reasons. Because he's a hunk.
Well, I mean,
oh no. Hold on.
He doesn't look like somebody wound a bunch of pipe cleaners together and put a mustache on it.
Or a scarecrow without his stuffing.
If I only had a brain. He's going somewhere. I have a Yeti fork, and I only bought it because of the military discount on their site. So right now, you can actually get a Yeti cooler, basically the 64 quart, the bear proof one, like the roto molded cooler. Amazon sells one for like $150 less than the Yeti version. Hey, what's up, Olive Oil?
Look at this big chunky boy. Ow.
Mine is in the house laying on my wife's lap because apparently he's like, you know what? I like her more. And I'm like, I'm the fucking one that feeds you.
He's a noisy boy.
I'll tell you what I am allowed to have that was delicious. I hadn't had peanuts in a while. And Yuka brought home this thing of roasted peanuts, but they roasted the peanuts themselves, one of her coworkers, but they roasted them with garlic. They roasted garlic. They cut up garlic into chips and roasted them until it was crispy. I'm not gonna lie. Roasted peanuts, salt, and garlic.
I love it. You could put dog shit on roasted peanuts. I'd still fucking eat them.
Well, like I said, these were roasted garlic.
Maybe not dog shit, but you know what I mean.
That was the best combination ever. I was like, that is amazing. And everyone else, like my wife and kid, they were like, yeah, no, you can have them. I was like, what?
Okay. Thanks. Shoveling them down your throat.
Yeah, I was like, cool, I'll eat them. And then I got to not where I was paying attention. I got to where I was not paying attention because I was kind of drunk on Saturday night. And I was eating because the peanuts were easier to grab than the roasted garlic chips. And so I wound up getting to the bottom, and there's just like a handful of nothing but roasted garlic chips. And I was like, that's a lot of garlic. That was all garlic. It's all garlic.
It's all garlic. Oh
No,
God.
it's too bad you can't see them either. So I set up those emojis that you made. I put them all in, and
Oh,
so
yeah.
so this is what it looks like on StreamYard because the emojis don't show.
Yeah. Same thing on mine. That's just a StreamYard thing. Dude, I gotta tell you, I added thumb studs to my full-size Evo Typhoon. Or added the bolt-on thumb stud.
Yeah.
Game changer. It's a game changer.
I would have to say I haven't filmed the video about it yet. I still have a few things I want to do with it. I have the mini Tempest. And it does not have thumb studs. It doesn't have an aperture. It's only a top flipper.
The mini doesn't have access to the fuller?
It does if you don't have these.
Bear claws. So
Yeah,
this
if you
is
don't
the
have hands like mine, I'm
dude, that
pretty
detent's
sure.
brutal. So this is the micro, and there's literally no way to access that.
Yeah, that's the
slot.
way that. Let me grab it. That's the way the mini Typhoon or the mini Tempest is. I mean,
So the micro, just look at the fucking size difference. It's crazy. I
So-
never thought this was a very big knife, but patina, I think I have 8 sets of them now, or 10 sets of them, and I actually ordered real thumb studs to install on a couple, and some nice high-speed carbide bits and a carbide spoon bit.
so if you look, see, you can't. I can't.
Oh, I could
can't
totally
get
get in there. I could totally get in there, dude.
Kind of.
Hello? God, is that you?
Somebody just something just banged into my garage door on the outside. So I'm not great with top flippers anyway. And then this really doesn't have much in the way of a fuller, but I got news for you. I sharpened this and I was talking with Brian.
They're
Nadeau.
crazy thin behind the edge.
Yeah, I was sharpening it. And so I was talking with Brian Nadeau while I was sharpening it. He goes, so how's the heat treat on it? I was like, bro, they did a good job on his heat treat because it's fighting me the entire way. And I was able just able to do that. But look at that edge.
Mamacita.
It is
Mamacita.
That's only 1,000 grit. That's 1,000 grit. And then I stropped it on 1/2 micron, but it literally will peel your fingerprints. So if I get
Dude,
in,
that's how I know. Yeah, that's how I know a knife's really sharp. If you just barely touch it and a piece, just the tiniest layer of your fingers missing, you're like, that's scary.
That's exactly what I was like. I wanted you to I warned you about the Valona. I think on the note I put a warning about the Valona.
Yeah. Where's the note? It's over here.
Because that was the only one that I had just sharpened. There was a couple of them that had fairly fresh edges, but that one was the one I had just sharpened.
The edge on this fucker, dude, is nuts.
Yeah, that thing.
You laid it back so far because of the compound grind. You kind of had to, but it is so pretty, dude.
Well, and I just did a couple knives for a guy, and he sent them to me because he screwed the angles up, and he was looking. I sent him a video, and he goes, "How do you keep that angle freehand?" He's like,
I don't have an issue keeping the angle on a warning because it's pretty easy to do. But it's keeping the angle from the choil to the tip. That's the hardest part.
And from side to side, not getting.
I don't really have my tip. Well, here's when I freehand sharpen. Here's what happens with me. My belly will match on both sides, and my tips will match both sides. But the tips and the bellies don't match. Does that make sense? I'll
tell you exactly what you're doing. You have the stone, you have your knife.
I'm
if
lifting,
you lift your elbow,
lifting at the tip.
If you lift your elbow, and a lot of people do that, they lift their elbow.
Yeah, so what I do when I freehand is I literally lock my elbows in place and I turn my whole body on the stone.
Don't turn your body.
Well, that way, otherwise I'm lifting my elbows. That was how I taught myself how to not do that.
You have to put your hands and feet apart, and you move your hips in a straight line.
You just side to side. You just hip. I don't have hips, dude. I just have bones. I'm a skeleton.
The best advice I was ever given by any knife maker, Bob Terzuola. I was having a problem, and I was like, man, I just can't keep the angle straight. And he was watching me. He goes, stop moving like this. He's like, you're moving in an arc. You're always gonna coming down. You're always gonna screw, and you're gonna cast off at the very end while you're grinding. He's like, put your feet apart, move in a straight line. He's like, your arms, none of that in a straight line. You can move your hips in a straight line. I was like, good, God damn it.
Interesting. Well, I'll try it. I won't do the lock and turn. I'll do the loosey goosey sway from now on.
Or just practice more. God, I hate that fucking knife.
You hate that, dude. This is one of those that'll take your fingerprints off, though. They did a stupid job on that.
The Spidey Chef.
Oh no. This is the Drunken.
So basically a Spidey chef with a different handle.
Yeah, it's basically Sinkovich designed, but a million years before the Spidey Chef. It is. I don't have my Spidey Chef here. It's at the Knife Modders, but after I bought this, I was like, huh, that looks familiar.
Yeah, it definitely does. I'll tell you.
Pepperoni, what are you doing, buddy?
I had a guy local here send me the Canis, and
Yeah.
He
I
said-
have it. I have one. I love it.
I don't dislike it, but his was the edge on his was so fucked up. He was like, he's like, it's not sharp at all. He's like, I'm
Really?
looking at it. Yeah. And he got it
Factory? From the factory?
He got it from the guys from Spyderco at a show. Like he got it directly from the table.
On the Canis, for whatever reason, that because it's a Tai Chung knife, for whatever reason, that batch of knives, all of that first run of the Canises, they cooked the edges on the polishing wheel.
These
They
weren't
just
even cooked. Like
cooked.
I looked down on it and it wasn't even apex. Like I could see a line. He was like, it won't cut anything. And I was like, yeah, I can tell you why. And so he sent it to me and I hit it with a flashlight and you could see like it was almost imperceptible.
It's like a pyramid with the tip missing.
Yeah, just ever so slightly. It's like, oh, hey, I ran it across a piece of wire or something. And he's like, yeah, it won't cut anything. And I sharpened it and it got ridiculous sharp. And then he asked me, he's like, can you make it like really thin behind you? I was like, I can lay that angle way back if you want.
Yeah.
But he kept sending it to me. He's like, hey, I want to send you my Canis. And I was like, I don't want to see your anus. And he goes,
Let me show you my hot, spicy Canis.
and so he sends it to me. And when I sent it back to him, I was like, here's your Spyderco rectum. I think I fixed the edges on it.
Here's your Spyderco butthole. I like the Canis. I like what they did with that knife. Very intense looking. I think it's a cool looking knife.
It's a cool looking knife. It looks really aggressive. I don't dislike it. Once I got it sharp and I was like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, mine was great from the factory. I didn't have any issues with it. I've maybe had to strop it once or twice in a year and a half.
Chef, when I was talking with Bobby D, that Native Chef was the one that I saw in their collection that I would probably buy. Is that
the Native Chief, the big boy, the Native Chief.
Yeah, Native Chief.
The big lockback.
Yeah, and then there's another one, the Campari.
Yes, the Capara. Beautiful.
Capara. I was
with
like,
that contoured carbon fiber and the red accents.
I was
Yummy.
Like, you know what? Like, I looked at that. We were talking about that on a live feed, and I was like, I typically don't like any of the Spydercos, but
I think that guy's like an Australian or a South African designer. The guy that did the Capara, I can't remember.
Who did it? What's his name?
Beats me. I don't. Yeah, but that's 20 CV. It's a laser beam, dude. Stupid.
Yeah, it's a good looking knife. I saw some picture of it. I was like,
it's basically like a steak knife, is what it is.
Yeah, and I was like, I can kind of, what's going on? How's life in Ireland, there, Mister Nugent?
The guy's name is Alistair Phillips. Is the designer's name?
Okay, yeah, I think he's South African. I think they did. I think he did a collaboration with Jason Guthrie. They're both South African makers, I believe. So, Mr. Nugent, how are things there? I'm worried about you with everything going on with the Ukraine conflict. You're not. I mean, in the big scope of things, when you look at the size of Europe, you're not that fucking far away.
Nobody's that far away in Europe.
No. So just take care of yourself, dude. Take care of yourself.
We love you. America loves you.
Keep me in a loop. I haven't talked to you in a while. We haven't done a rolling up. All right. Well, man, hey, drive safe. I mean, I don't think I have to tell you, if you're just rolling one up right now at 5:30 in the morning, you're probably not going to be driving real fast. So.
Oh. A redback spider is what it's named after. Very interesting. It fucking looks like a goddamn redback spider. He's got to be
Australian then, not South African. He's got to be Australian.
It's literally it's known as the Australian Black Widow.
Yeah,
so
I watch, bro. I don't sleep, and I watch all kinds of weird
documentaries.
I watched an entire documentary about the Australian redback spider.
You seem like you'd be a Ken Burns kind of guy. Are you a Ken Burns kind of guy?
Yeah,
I love Ken Burns.
Civil War.
It's a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece.
I've
watched it.
From Ken Burns. I have the soundtrack from Civil War.
That opening theme is magical.
So I have the soundtrack from the Civil War, and I also have the soundtrack from The West. Another Ken Burns.
The West is a masterpiece. I have seen every Ken Burns documentary. cover to cover, start to finish, probably 15 times. Civil War is a masterpiece. The West is a masterpiece. The war, about the Second World War, incredible.
Yeah. I forget. I was watching. There's a lot of really good documentaries on YouTube these days as well. Like you can just catch like some YouTube channel. Absolute History is a channel I watch all the time. Absolute History, and they'll do 40-minute videos, and they're on YouTube. I think it's a TV show as well. The one chick that's one of the presenters, she's a historian, she's a professor, she's a doctor, curly hair, really cute, does all these things. She goes like the things that killed you in Victorian homes, the things that killed you in like Tudor homes, like the dangerous homes. Like she goes through like, this is what was dangerous about their houses, like these new inventions. This is what killed people in their houses, like the invention of a heated bathtub and things like that. And I was like,
you're asking for it, pal. With a heated
this
bathtub.
is fucking great. This is a great. I literally will when I can't sleep.
I love that obscure bullshit. I love that stuff.
All
right, dude. It's 12:41 here,
about, how they
and I have to
rediscovered
work.
the method for true Damascus woots steel. There's actually a video about that.
Ooh.
Yeah,
they have a Ken Burns effect on iMovie.
Yeah, they do.
Fuck?
Yeah, they do. I actually use it for some transitions.
If you can't tell by my video style of reviews, Ken Burns is a big influence on the way I review knives because there's no people being interviewed. There's no face. It's just a nice voiceover and a pretty panning shot. That is Ken Burns. Ken Burns wrote the book on that. He wrote the book on a voiceover, nice music, and a pretty panning shot.
I'll tell you what, I knew from jump that was that you were a Ken Burns fan. When I saw your first knife video, I was like, this guy watches Ken Burns way too much. Love the man. Baseball, Ken Burns baseball. I don't even fucking like baseball, the sport, but Ken Burns baseball, I watch it twice a year because I love it. I just love it. I don't know why. I'll tell you what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to pick a day. We're gonna do a watch party. Yeah, no, I do it. I do Sundays. I do movie day for my YouTube subscribers. On my comments, I put a link to 2/7, and then we just pick something and watch it. We just did. He just last year or 2 years ago released the Roosevelts which is really, really good. And then his newest one, I was just watching it not too long ago, like a few weeks ago. Which one was it? He's such a weird looking dude. Hemingway. Yeah. Holy shit, dude. His new one on Hemingway is amazing. So it's Ken Burns, my like documentary icon, doing a documentary on my literary icon. I love Hemingway. He's like my guy. It's perfect. It's fucking perfect. So when I went to the designated marksman school, one of the instructors read us the Hemingway quote about the hunting of men. Yes. Yep. And it gives you goosebumps every time I hear it. And he wasn't wrong. He was like, if you boys hunt, you're never going to hunt. I don't hunt. I don't go deer hunting and things anymore. He's not wrong. That quote was absolutely right. Bro, I know you got to go. You got to get to work tomorrow. Yeah, it's 1 a.m. Almost 1 a.m., man. Yeah. But time flies when you're having fun, you know? Sometimes it flies when you're not. But hey. True. So, yeah, we'll have to get together. I'll send you a link to a movie day on some Sunday. We need to do a movie day, and we definitely need to do the Wish shopping thing. I'm so down for that. I've got your phone number. I'll text you. We'll get it figured out. Hit me up. Don't leave me a voicemail. Apparently, it won't work. So yeah, I was like, I didn't even bother texting. I figured, he'll see the call. He'll know what it is I want. I know what it is. Actually, I was trying to see if you wanted to be on Wednesday because. I'm glad I just hopped on because I was finishing up an edit after that live stream and my gut was on fire and I was like, I'm not doing anything. I'll chit chat with old Mikhail. Well, it's been fun. It's always a pleasure. It's always a blast. I don't know if it's been real fun, but I think it classifies. I think it classifies. Always has. It's always fun. Love having you on. Always a blast. What do we got? Apparently, Pornhub and other websites of that nature block traffic from Russia. They're cutting off their porn. That sucks. Do you know how much Russian porn there is? It's always good too. I think they're cutting off like viewers from Russia. Like they shut down the Russian servers for Pornhub, so you can't look at it in Russia. Oh, great! That's what we want. We want to make them more angry. No, send them more porn. Yeah, give them free premium memberships. All of them. Calm them down. Calm them down. Send them a bunch of weed. A bunch of weed, a bunch of porn, and a bunch of cheap vodka. And fidget spinners. So just fucking tracksuits. Tracksuits. We got to get them tracksuits. They already have those. I think they got those on lock. They got those locked down. All right, I got to go. I love y'all. Peace out. Brother. Take it easy.
Deuces.
I'm gonna kick you out, and I'm gonna just hang out for a little bit. Hey guys, so it's been. I'll give you guys about another 15 minutes or so. Ireland, home of whiskey. Do you know that, like, if it hadn't been for the invention of whiskey, the Irish ruled the world. I don't know if you guys can tell. There's a lot of Irish going on here. What we got here? Hey, Irish whiskey is my favorite, followed closely by Canadian whiskey, and then anything else that you could possibly pour me that's free. So my favorite is Irish whiskey. My second favorite is Canadian whiskey, and then after that, it's whatever I'm not paying for. Yeah, get rid of that EDC guy, man. I love having Cole on here. It's always a blast because we're both from Ohio, or anybody that's from. If you split Ohio in half, anything under Columbus, Ohio, pretty much everybody's the same. It doesn't matter which side of the state you're on. Doesn't matter if you're in the middle. It doesn't matter. You're all pretty much the same, unless you're in Toledo. Well, like if you're in Toledo, though, like no one in Ohio wants to talk to anybody from Toledo. Just reminded me of Jeff Dunham, Bubba. Hey, I like whiskey. I don't drink very much whiskey. The last time I had whiskey, yeah, OH. I'll wait. So 35 people, like more people came in after Cole left. There you go. You haven't had fun until you've went to the Horseshoe and watched them dot the I. The Ohio State Marching Band, probably one of the best marching bands in the world. So, oh no, what? I had 2 beers. That's the most. Oh no. Patina, we're gonna have to have a conversation. I think that's a really good idea. I think that. What do you guys think? Do you think we should do the Wish knife thing and we just go through Wish and we each take turns picking out a knife for each other? Like a $5 knife, $10 knife, $15 knife, $20 knife, $25 knife. So I think if I did the math on that, that's 5 and 10 is 15 plus 20 is 35 plus 25 is just over $50. So I think that'll be fun. But here's the deal. Like, I'm going to tell you, I won't buy knockoffs. I won't buy clones. So they have to be just like crappy knives. I won't support the clone market. So I'm going to have to make sure that Cole and I are on point with that, because like, I just won't support that. Like they have knives on Wish. So it made like kitchen knife, something like that. I haven't been able to take my medicine for my autoimmune disorder, and my joints really, really hurt. So this is a knife you need, bro, because you can't have a locking knife. No, that's not it. That's absolutely not it. That's not it. Oh, that's no good. Something, there it is. You need the non-locking MBK EWC everywhere carry. Hands down, one of my favorite pocket clips ever. Okay, Dean, I at one point had the equivalent to a Z Hunter. I had Big Blue. You remember the Big Blue thing? And I was like, if we get the memberships to where I have like a certain number of or if I make a certain number of super chats in a video, I was going to carry Big Blue, which was basically my version of the Z Hunter, and no one bit. Yeah, this is a good. This is a good knife, in my opinion. I like this. I carried a lot for certain things. It's really good around the house. The blade just completely disappears. It's so thin. Like, look, there it goes. Completely disappears if you hold it right. It's just great. So sending it back. I got a clone Strider. It's total rough, sharp, jagged POS. That's not even describing how shitty the blade is. Did you get it on purpose or did you get got? I went on a double detent bender for a while. EWC almost got picked up. It's amazing. Mine is one of very, very few that's done in brown, in tan micarta, not in green. Mine's in tan. There are only like 20 of these. I have one and Nico has one. This thing is great. Centered. And I'm not gonna lie, that pocket clip is great. I wish that pocket clip was the same as this pocket clip. This isn't a bad pocket clip. This is my other Laconico that I really, really like. This is that Laconico Sirius by Artisan Cutlery. Oh, there you go. Turn it that way. So this is my favorite Laconico design. I just wish it had the same pocket clip as this. So Vero, Neuron, Civivi Appellation, Drifter, and the Concept Fusa are some really good double T-tents. Artisan has one, the Archeo, that's a double T-tent with a pin that you can put in to lock the blade open. And I really like that. Really, really like that Dylan Mallet Archeo with the double D-tent with the pin. So, scored a Otter Terran 365 Otter double D-tent. Nice. I have the Myalia and the more Myalia here. I have them both here. I'm going to do a first day in pockets of the more Myalia. And I'm going to do the give. So I didn't do a giveaway for this month, guys. I didn't. Next month, I'm giving away the black G10 and copper with the copper pivot collars in S35, or I'm sorry, in AR PM9. I have another one of these that I'm going to do as a giveaway for the paying members. I'm going to do that video specifically for the paying members. We're not going to do the live giveaway thing. People get mad because I'm doing giveaways for the paying members, but I figured that's, they support me. I should do it, but I have some stuff. I am going to do I have some stuff. So every couple months, I'm going to do just a general giveaway, but I'm going to just keep trying to do like a monthly giveaway for the paying members, but I will still do it. But I'm just not going to put that video up live like I used to. It was fun, but like too many people complain, and I'm like, I don't understand what you're complaining about. Like, I'm giving away something to people that are supporting me. And they're like, it's like pay to play. And I'm like, no, it's not like pay to play. It is pay to play. It's a way for me to support and appreciate the things that they do. So just to alleviate that, if you're not a paying member, you won't see the announcement and you won't see the drawing or anything. So it's just going to be like, you're just going to have to watch. If you're a paying member, you're just going to have to watch for the video to go up. So I actually bought the drop Terzuola knife you were mad about 2 years ago. Glad I finally got one because I missed the drop. I don't I don't give away everything to the premium. Basically, the baseline and premium tiers are the ones that get the giveaways for right now. I'm probably going to change that because early content is probably a thing of the past. I'm going to stop even mentioning that. YouTube told me it was a good idea. Offer early access to videos as a... Yes, I did, Daniel. I got them. They showed up today. Your Rockstead... Okay. Let me make sure. Let me check something and make sure that I did get the right package. Yeah, I got your package. I haven't opened it yet. So I got your package. I have not opened it yet. Your Rockstead, I've tested it and everything. I think you probably already saw the video. So your Rockstead is about ready to come back to you. I just want to do a couple more things with it. and then I'm going to get it back out to you. Like I said, you told me it was a user. It's going to have some scratches on the blade. You just can't avoid it when the way I sharpen with the grit contamination and stuff. But it looks really, really good. I think you probably saw the videos. It looks really good. And I'm not gonna lie, it's scary sharp. I'll grab it and show it to you. Since you're here, hang on. So I did sharpen his Rockstead for him, and I know you guys probably already saw it. I want to do another quick polish on the blade and everything because I did use it. But it's back in its box because I just don't want to leave it out. But yeah, the edge came out great. There's going to be some little micro scratches in the edge itself, but I'm not going to lie, it was nerve-wracking sharpening that. So does that edge look good to you? It actually looks a little more mirror polished than it did when it came. The edge does. But then, like I said, there's a few little scratches on it because like wiping it off with a rag, trying to keep it so I could see what I was doing. There's some little scratches from the grit. Great knife. I don't think I would ever buy one, but I could see why you guys would. So down towards the heel, there's a couple scratches on the edge itself down there that are just artifacts from sharpening. I just don't want to go back. There's a couple little scratches in the edge. Goodness gracious, is it sharp. It took and like everybody was like, oh, I said I was going to do a video about sharpening it, but the amount of focus it took for me to maintain that line and not screw those bevels up on something that's mirror polished like that. Not gonna lie, it was nuts. It was nuts how difficult that really, really was. What was that? Is that a full convex there or a secondary grind on it? So this has a secondary grind that I convexed a little. So it does have a convex to it, Dan. But it is, it's just popping. It's just popping beard hairs. It is completely insane. So one of the more difficult sharpenings I've done. I sharpened one of these before, and I don't think I had as much trouble with it. Oh, hey, there you go. You grabbed the old lady's phone. Wow, you didn't have to jump back in. So, yeah, I put a lot of work into this one. I'm not going to charge you extra because you let me use it. So, typically, this would have been much more expensive. I'll get with you about it. Like, there might be a little bit extra, but it's the fact that you let me carry it. I'm not gonna charge you what I would have, because I got to carry it and use it, and you were kind enough to allow me to do it and do a video. So it needs a quick strop up before it comes back to you, and a couple things, just some quick little touch up stuff. So I definitely will get it back to you as soon as I can. And then he was kind enough to send me some other knives for review. There's a Benchmade 940. With aftermarket titanium scales, and that's, you don't have to welcome Aiden. That's Dean. He was just here. So, but yeah, take full advantage. So, well, I'm getting ready to end here soon. I have got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. I have to finish up tax stuff. I have to deal with franchise tax board. I owe them like $3,200, and I figure out how I can send them a check and stuff like that. But I'm going to try and do, I don't think I'm going to do it tomorrow. Probably Thursday. So I have a bunch of stuff in for sharpening. If things ease up, when I get to start sharpening on Thursday, I'll just do a live feed and I'll set it up so we can do just like we used to. I wanted to do live feed I want to do live sharpenings on Instagram, and that's why you haven't seen me doing them here. So there's a chance there's going to be some weeks where you have maybe 4 or 5 live feeds and 5 videos, because if I'm sharpening, I can just do a live feed when I'm doing it. I used to do it a lot. I did them on Instagram all the time. Instagram blocked me from doing live feeds, and I don't know why. They won't give me a reason. I try to stay within the terms of service and the guidelines, and apparently I didn't. So Yeah, that's what you had said. I just didn't know. I do know that you had told me that the 940 was in there, but I haven't even opened it yet. So, but yeah, I can't figure out why. So just in lieu of that, I'm going to be sharpening it anyway. I'll grab the old phone. I'll use the front facing camera. I can put it in the mount that I have over there for the new phone or for the old phone. New phone, I try not to use it too much. I want to save the battery and screens and stuff like that. I use it for filming videos, but I definitely want to do some of those live sharpenings. You guys seem to enjoy them. It's not going to be like a tutorial or anything. It's just going to be me sharpening and we can bullshit for a little bit. I am going to sharpen some interesting stuff. I have a couple of really large knives I'm going to be sharpening before too long. I have a cold steel Taipan dagger that I'm going to sharpen. I do believe that's an Aus 8. I think I'm going to get my large bench stones out and do them on that. Because I think that's going to be easier and less chance I'm going to cut the ever living shit out of myself with a dagger that's like that freaking long. So that's how I'm going to try and do that. And then I have some other stuff I'm going to shoot. I have a lot of stuff I need to do video wise that I just like. Right now I'm back to shooting the day of. I don't want to be like, I'd like to have had several videos ready. So like I like to at least have video on Monday. I want to have something ready to go on Wednesday. Maybe just needs a little bit of edit. Right now, what I film tomorrow has to be done and up. And that's why I was saying there's a good chance that there's not going to be a video go up tomorrow. So if you guys want to support the channel, what I would say is I would appreciate if you go and check everything and see if you missed the video that went up today, the video that went up Friday, because I know that YouTube's not sending out notifications. I know that today's video that went up currently has 96 views. Most of my videos at this point, 6 hours later, have at least a couple hundred views, which tells me that YouTube's just not, it could be that YouTube's just not sending out notifications. So if you're not getting notifications, just know I try really hard to have 5 videos go up a week, at least the 3 live feeds if I can, and some other stuff. But you know, right now it's really busy. So it could be your what was this? It could be your account on Instagram. I know John Gaffillo, his account just stopped being able to post, etc. He was only able to upload stories. No, I'm blocked. I get a notification about like the COOF pandemic. I get COOF pandemic like misinformation notices. I was like, I don't post anything about the pandemic. I don't post any of that shit. Which comment? This is the first one of your comments I've read. You saw me read your comment. This is the one I responded to in the comment section of one of the other videos. I read comments and I respond to as many of them as I can if I have time. Man, those guys. So the 905 freeway is not a very it's not a very busy freeway. It's like 2 lanes east-west from the 905 heads from the beach, basically from Imperial Beach west. And I forget where it terminates, but it basically terminates at the border. It's not a real long freeway. It's just like a connector road. But every night there's just guys on it, like full throttle on our motorcycle. It's really, really straight. There are really no turns. It's just like a straight line. So I'll be here and you just hear a, yeah. You're like, man, he's got that thing wound out, like full speed. Like that motorcycle's got nothing left. He's got that throttle all the way down. Now he's slowing down. Now he's going to come back. So the 905 dumps onto the 5. So you take the 905 from the 9. You can take the 905 from the 5 to the 805. It's a connector. And then a little further over, I think it dumps you like out at like the state prison and stuff. So it's not street racing. I think these guys just like to get on their bike. And like, I know a road where I got like 5 miles of just straight. Yo, Mike, you know how the James Webb Space Telescope sun shield works? I don't know. I'd have to look that up. I probably have seen something about it at some point. So, guys, it's been 2 hours and 34 minutes. I appreciate everyone being here. Aiden, I appreciate the super chat. That was really cool. I appreciate it. I would not trying to like coerce you guys into it. I would like to see more people drop super chats like for stuff if they enjoy a video. Because I definitely use that money to get stuff for the channel. There's stuff I want to get for the channel. So the paying members right now are basically paying for anything I get for the channel. And I appreciate it, you guys. The paying members, you guys will be paying that. You guys will be footing the bill for that. What do you call it? The wish video we're gonna do. So guys, I love y'all. I'm out of here. Keep it clean in the comment section. It makes it easier on me. It really does. I have to read. If you're wondering why I don't often reply to comments, the fact is I've got over 1,000 videos up and I get comments on videos every day and I have to go through all the comments. Aiden. Oh no, shit. That's not what I meant. I appreciate it, but that's not what I meant. That's not what I was trying to get you to do. So if you drop a comment, just know I read the comments. I read every comment. That's how I start my morning. I wake up tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. when the alarm goes off. I've probably already been up for 20, 30 minutes. When the alarm goes off at 6 a.m., I grab my phone and I look at and I go through the comment section because I have to moderate the channel. So it makes, if you guys keeping it clean makes it so much easier. But just know I read every one of the comments. I have to, or stuff is going to just get it's just going to get out of hand. And then I'm going to have all kinds of fighting going on. So first thing in the morning is I read you guys' comments and then I find out what Rhett and Link have put up on Good Mythical Morning. And then I use the magnets that I mounted in my shower and I stick this on the wall. I take a shower in the morning and I watch whatever Rhett and Link have put up. And then it like, by that time it's like 6:30-ish. And I get dressed, I come downstairs and I sit down here and I figure out what I'm going to film for the day if I don't already know, and then just work out my day that way. So I read every one of your comments and I do appreciate them. A lot of them are really cool. I try to drop hearts on ones I really like. So guys, that's it. I'm out of here. I got to get this all cleaned up so that my wife can come out here and do laundry and shit, put the green screen away. So I still got probably another hour's worth of stuff to do tonight. So I love y'all. Take it easy. See you later. Let's count it down. Let's count it out. Let's give ourselves a goodbye countdown.
29.
28.
27.
26. 25.
24.
23.
22. 21.
20. 19.
18.
17.
16.
15.
14.
13. 12.
11.
10.
8.
6.
6. What happened to 7?
7.
5.
4.
3.
2. 1.
0.
Night, guys. See you later.